Hello. As you pull up your account. We're professional streamers here, guys. Get your shit together. Hold on, here we go.
Just shine or nothing.
Alright, so hi ladies and gentlemen. I'm your DM, Damien. I guess we should probably start introducing ourselves in sessions. If you want to be terrible.
Yeah.
Alright, Chris?
I like
Wait, you bastard. Do it, Chris. Let's just do that fun thing where we go around in a circle and tell fun 5 facts about ourselves.
I'll get enough for the day. I'm alright.
Yeah, we fell.
My name is Alex. I'm playing Chris.
Eden.
Village Bay.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Eden. Or Elias, because Damien doesn't use the correct name for me ever.
Welcome.
Trust me, I know.
Stygar.
Alright, yeah, so I'm Nick. I play Stygar.
Fuck, it's Nick.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is
I also have been called, Vito, Lunchboxes, which is what I typically go by. Then there's a few other ones, too, that I get called. I called a lot of shit, so who cares?
Alright, Kevin.
I'm Josh.
Or
are you though?
I am. I'm playing Kevin. But it doesn't matter anyways because you're gonna hear Damien mess the name up every single time because he's always naming off our other characters.
That's kind of rude and hurtful, guys. I'm a professional DM that never makes any mistakes.
Or swapping characters.
Or yep.
I mean, let me get my serious face on.
Truth hurts.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am a professional DM. We are paid voice actors. Then Get out, Elias. Alright, so based on the dice gods, Josh, or Kevin, or Dolahan, or
Dolahan.
Let's see, what other names have we had? We've had Dolan, Josh, we've had
we could just go for Kevin right now.
Yeah. Focus D&D, yeah. Alright, Kevin, if you want to take away the recap from last session.
So last session we started in a library familiar to some, unfamiliar to most, and we kind of spent some time learning a little bit of knowledge, some questions that we had. Most of us did. Other people weren't allowed to know things. Eden. And then we ended up having to leave. You know, time ran out, overstayed our welcome. They told us not to let the door hit us on the way out, and said that they were going to send us somewhere not dangerous, which was a fucking lie. And then we proceeded to find ourselves on a ship, which we discovered was an airship, but it was underground, and found out that it had been teleported there via a mechanism inside of it, but it had been damaged, so it took them to the wrong place. We found a couple of goodies inside, went ahead and collected them, and then found a being named Rin that had very bad memory loss. And we tried to communicate, didn't go well. They ended up trying to activate the machine, which shunted us off to a different part of the world, and separated us from this Rin character, which is very sad because some of us knew who he was out of character. And then we decided that as we showed up in this kind of wasted city of where Stygar once lived, that it was the best idea to try to head to the mountains to see if we could make contact with the dwarves in that area. And I think that's just about where we left off.
That is. So, as a group of you guys have been walking for about 15-20 minutes towards the mountains, anything in particular you guys would like to do? Conversations you would like to have? There were a couple other conversations Eden had previously through message as well. Stygar had some remembrances of home and seen some small details that reminded him of his past life. Chris, however, is fucking upset as hell, being above light again.
It's too fucking bright.
Yeah. And I also want to say, I just rolled my dice for the beginning. I got a 1, a 3, a 9, a 10, a 13, and a 20. So tonight's going to be interesting for dice.
Sweet.
All right.
Roll low, Damien. Roll
I
low.
did. My first roll was a natural one. So, all right. So, as you guys progress, it is mid-afternoon, probably around like 1 o'clock. Fairly warm. Even with this being towards the more northern part, with it being summer, it is probably about 70 degrees. The humidity isn't too high in this area, which Sire would know. It generally hangs around the 30% humidity. Beautiful open sky, no clouds really. The ground is lush and clear, except for when you get around the city, and everything is just dark black. There's no grass. Everything is just dead and caked. But you guys are probably about 2 or 3 miles from the city now, making decent time. It is once again returning to the nice lush greenery that is this area. You can see the mountains far off in the distance, probably another hour or 2 walk. You guys were previously heading this way, to this side of the mountains.
Yep.
Okay.
I would just be, I probably wouldn't be talking a whole lot. He would just be, like, paying attention to the actual rock face and looking for the entrance that I'm used to seeing.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a general perception check for that.
Ew.
Oh.
Hi, I'm General Perception.
General.
18.
18. Wow, that's very high for Stygar.
Natural 16.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I like this, guys. You guys got the good rolls. No harsh feelings, no jealousy, no envy, nothing like that. Not at all. Perfectly fine. It's not like you see.
Pettiness in his voice.
Oh, the
my
pettiness.
God.
Elias, roll me a d4.
Yup. I got a 3.
A 3, as you see 3 ancient red dragons descend from the sky.
Sorry, this isn't Sunday. That can't happen right now.
Right? That was only
Rocks
one
fall.
on Sunday, okay?
Rocks fall, everyone
There's
dies.
3 kids.
But as you guys are walking, you can just feel the sun beating down on you. It takes you, like I said, about an hour to 2 hours. Just mucking through this. It's fairly soft ground. The grass comes up to like mid-calf, maybe to closer to the knee. Just wild growth. Anybody wanting to keep an eye or anything on during your walk besides you, Stygar, that's looking for your cave entrance?
Well,
Yep.
I was gonna ask.
Yes, sir.
Does it look like there's been anybody through here in any amount of time?
Make an intelligence or survival check.
I'd be survival.
Survival.
Another 16. That's a 21.
A 21. Glancing around for like any signs of like tracks from horses, foot traffic, or just like carts in the disturbed grass, you don't see anything.
All right then.
As Josh eats.
Burrito.
It takes you about 2 hours or so as you cross it. You're heading about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun is now partially behind the beginning of the peaks of these mountains. So you are getting a little bit of a nice shade as it's coming over. You can see they are humongous rocky mountains. They aren't like your green vegetation mountains. They are kind of like the Colorado mountains, but instead of like reddish. Aren't the Colorado mountains mostly rocky, or am I mixing that up? Josh, you looked offended.
No, it just said that. It sounded like you said cock, but continue.
Yes. So pretty much like a lot like Josh's background, actually, which he chose appropriately. They are a little bit more gray, sandy brown in color, but they just stretch for miles to the point where you like crane and look up and can't quite see the top of them. They stand probably Let me check something.
Stop. Oh, there.
I don't know why it does that. It probably stands about 15,000 feet. So a good 2-3 miles high for these mountains.
Big old mountain.
They are big old mountains.
Like,
You can see like several, like even where they come down, you can see valleys and just areas. As you come up, Steiger, keeping an eye out. You still see the same area where you had previously met up with them. It's like towards the side of one of the valleys that comes out. You can see a like circle of stone where long before you guys had made camp, and you can see what was once a live and nice big oak tree. Now it's just a gray withered tree. No leaves on it, but still it's just completely gray, which is a bit odd. But you can see the path that leads further into the mountains, one that you did not traditionally traverse. Give me a history check, Steiger. Hi, Bree.
Ooh, it's a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing really rings a bell about these mountains. You didn't have too much entrance with them. You were just known to meet them here. What would you guys like to do as you approach this small little outcrop?
Oh yeah, so
Mhm.
I got a 16 for my perception.
Okay.
I rolled a
Okay.
5.
I was gonna keep a lookout kind of for followers and or monsters, because that's what
Okay.
I'm a paranoid.
Paranoid toucan.
Hey, look at that! That's a natural 20.
Natural
There
20.
you go.
Very nice. With the 16, Alex. I mean, you glance around every now and then. You swear you see what appears to me maybe a rabbit run through the grasses like further off, and then on the distance, you see that ferocious beast with the black eyes and the nose with the brown fur. As you see your ferocious deer up in the distance, they just kind of stare at you guys and just run off in the distance. Josh, you see much of the same things. However, as you get closer to the mountains, you swear you can see almost figures moving on the very top edges of them. They seem to almost mix in with the color and the texture of the stone. They look fairly large. They don't seem to have paid you any attention, but you do see them up.
I will point it out to the rest of the group, and even ask Steigar, have you ever seen anything like that?
Based on the history check, nope.
No, I haven't seen anything like that before. The only thing that I've ever come in contact through here, humanoid-wise, is dwarves.
Can you see any more details from those people?
I'm sorry?
Oh, can you hear any more, or can you see any more details on those people? Up in the mountain, or up where you said that they were?
They're probably several thousand feet above. It's hard to see them. And just the fact that you can even make them out moving says something about their size.
Oh.
It's like looking at like the top of a skyscraper almost and seeing something move.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we should probably keep heading towards the spot where I used to meet my contact. If there's creatures above us that are bigger than, that are that big, we need to try to get someplace inside.
All right.
And it might be good to at least move in a way that can't see us very well. I mean, just in case, and to keep an eye on them.
It's probably smart.
Alright, so y'all stealth checks. I know.
Fuck.
Is that due to your metal armor, Stygar, or is it?
Yep.
I will say you don't have disadvantage, because this is going to be more about sight than sound for them.
So, I rolled with disadvantage. I rolled a natural 20 and a natural 1.
Which one did you roll first?
I don't know because I rolled them together.
Well, then you get a new roll.
Rolled a 7.
A 7.
I got 12.
Well,
Straight up, like in the middle of shorting
Yeah.
herself.
Hearing.
No, shearing, or just like not shearing, just like cutting her hair off.
mhm.
I only got a 26.
Okay, only a 26. Good to know.
I got
Yeah.
11.
An 11. All right. Okay. You're going to go in my dice gel. So you guys begin to walk. Eden, you're paying a very close attention as you're cutting your hair, and where like Kevin and even Chris are going like in between like the shadows as much as it can, staying close to the large rocks. You and Stygar are just like, he's just so zoned out in thought, and you're just so focused on your hair. You're just kind of walking like out in the open, like in the point where the light is funneled down, almost like a spotlight on the two of you. As you make your way through, eventually after another like 10 minutes or so, you make your way to that area with the larger boulders around it and that semicircle where you camped before with the outcropping of the rocks. You can see even now still an area where like you used to make fire or like have campfires and stuff with the rocks placed around it. You see where you had previously brought like a large stump that has just decayed and rotten. But as it leads like further into the valley, if you wanted to go that way, or you can stop at the camp. What would you guys like to do? Because this is the furthest you've been to meet him.
Yeah. I would probably just kind of look around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not really looking for anything in particular, but maybe trying to see if like any of them have been in this area within the last little while.
Make a investigation or survival check.
19.
A 19. Looking
For
around.
survival.
Yeah. Okay. Survival. Looking around, you don't see any tracks. Like there's that faint layer of dust kind of over everything, completely clean and undisturbed. You don't even see like tracks of deer or rodents or anything in this area. It is almost completely undisturbed in this path.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, what's that?
It's not usually like this. There's usually at least a little bit of foot traffic, but it's also been 50 some years. Maybe after the city fell, they quit coming this way. Or maybe he'll kind of look towards Eden. Maybe your father destroyed them as well.
I am not responsible for my father's
I'm-
shit.
I'm not saying that you are.
I'd rather not be affiliated with him, frankly. Yeah.
I feel like we should still at least go in and try to take a look. I don't know if they're even here or if something might have took over this area, but I feel like we should at least I want to at least try to look.
Okay. I'm down to go with you.
All right. So you guys are beginning to head into the valley. You can see like the large sides of the mountains that come down. There's still that grayish, sandy brown color. Looking through, you don't see very much vegetation. You see like the spot, like the bramble bush almost every now and then, but it looks fairly barren and dry. Feel free to give me investigations, perceptions, survival, depending on what you're looking for. Let me know.
So Damon, in the more shadowed area of the mountain, would I have disadvantage?
You would not.
Okay.
Or really like to see if there is any sign of life, or if there's anything this way.
Yeah, you can give me a survival check.
I was gonna argue investigate. Oh, like footprints.
I got a 26
26. Damn.
for perception.
And what were you looking for specifically, Alex?
I guess holes where dwarven folk might go into and whatnot.
Okay.
A 10.
A
And I
10.
rolled a natural 2.
All right. They are barren as fuck, Eden. Like, every now and then as you're walking, like, you see a old yellow tinged carcass of bones. They're smaller. It's like a rabbit, a rabbit died and deteriorated to bone. Like, you'll see like a lizard that has like baked and just died in the sun. Like their bones are long gone. Like it has that yellowish tinge just from the sun and everything, but you don't see any sign of current life. Josh, were you saying something? You had that look. Okay.
No.
Okay. You guys walk for about 2 or 3 hours to the point where the sun is beginning to set. It's chillier up here. As the sun begins to set, you noticeably see it drop 10-15 degrees in these mountains. Which, go ahead.
No, I was just saying shit, that's cold.
Mm-hmm. It becomes more of a relief for you, Alex, even with like going in between the shadows and stuff. Just the beating down of the sun reflecting was a bit harsh. But as the low light is fading, something does catch your attention. You can see on one of the sides of the mountain just the faintest hint of almost like a crack going down about 8 feet on the mountain. It's almost like in a quarter of an inch perfect line that just looks like almost like a crack, but is perfectly symmetrical.
That's a little odd. There's like a perfectly straight line right there.
Do you think?
Can't hear you.
Couldn't hear you, Eden.
Oh, I'm gonna press the wall. Like by like with both hands on like either side of the line.
Okay, give me a strength check. This is
The
going
way
to
I'm
be-
rolling, are you sure?
Oh yeah, I'm positive.
Enough rolls. No more rolls for you. You can't roll anymore.
I got a 6.
6. You push and you push, like you put your feet down on it and you push back. You skid. Nothing.
All right, it's a rock. It's just a rock. That's not a rock. It's a boulder.
It's the side of a mountain.
God.
Yeah, no.
I know. I'm just being a smartass.
I know.
I was never told on how to get in. That campsite was as far as I'd ever gotten to. I don't know a whole lot about dwarves, but I feel like if this could be a doorway, I don't know for sure how we would open it. I'm gonna walk up to it, actually. I'm just gonna like put my hands up on it, kind of look at it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And in Dwarvish, I'm going to say open.
Nothing happens.
Worth a shot.
Speak, friend. I'm sorry.
Sesame.
I'm sorry. Sorry for the Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. It's possible. How big is the crack?
It's about a quarter of an inch, and it stretches up about 8 feet.
If I knock on it, does it sound hollow? Or just...
You knock on it, it feels like hitting a solid stone. Like, whether it's a wall or a mountain, it just feels like you're hitting solid stone.
Hurts my knuckles a little bit. Yeah.
I think we're just staring at the side of a mountain.
It's just a crack in the wall. That's oddly symmetrical.
Man, this is
Well, the
a
pyramids
one
were
in a
built.
million chance.
Oh,
Maybe, but it just seemed odd.
I'm gonna take my sword and stick it in the hole.
Okay.
Oh, Nelly.
I unsheathed my sword.
Okay.
God.
No.
It goes in about a quarter of an inch. Now, Eden,
Normal?
is your sword magical? No? I just strike it. You feel a weird reverberation along the blade and into the hilt. Almost makes your hand shake for a moment. And then, like the sound of breaking glass, your sword shatters into approximately 100 pieces.
Ow.
Just the blade, not the hilt.
No, that didn't get
Mm.
on me.
No,
Just-
it just shatters with the sound of it drops to the ground.
Well, there goes my rapier. Well, there goes my rapier. Sorry, I keep slipping in the wrong accent for this character today. I'm like, I want to be British. No, it's fucking.
Do I need to speak more for you to be able to speak in my language?
Your language, not the
trying.
accent, but your language.
I'm fine.
Let's go to the southern store and get some pop.
Look, I don't need your goddamn attitude, and it ain't fucking pop, it's soda. Well,
No,
down
yeah.
here we just
Wrong,
all
fella.
soda
It's
is Coke.
pop.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
give a
it's
shit.
soda. It's
Y'all
soda.
fucking wrong.
No, you're fucking
fucking
wrong. Anyways, back
wrong.
to goddamn D&D.
Yeah,
All right.
so-
I use them interchangeably, so.
Anyway.
As you guys see them just stick their sword in about an inch, a half an inch, and it just shatters and falls to the ground.
Well, that's not good.
Well, that's definitely different.
Well,
I don't like this. What
I mean,
what just fucking shatters a goddamn sword? Goodbye, rapier. You were not good.
Not good.
your weapons always seem to betray you.
They do. They do. That's why I was a monk.
did we get the sense? Did I get the sense that because it wasn't magical that it broke, or was it just like? Did it look like it was like they were physically pushing into it too hard and it broke?
No idea. As soon as they pushed it in, and like it met something on the other side, it just shattered.
Boink. But yeah.
I kind of don't want to stick my sword in there.
Well, I have a
Can I
and
see?
a weapon that can transform to whatever I want it to for the most part.
It's also fire.
It is.
Well, Damien, could I tell that if that was magical or not?
Make an Arcana check, I guess.
Hey, I'm good at intelligence. Maybe I'll roll high enough and add my modifier enough to.
I don't know magic.
When you play a character with high intelligence but you don't have nothing.
I had 18.
18. You would guess, just based on the feeling, that it's probably magical. Like some magical effect. You don't know what caused it, but the feeling that emitted and even the ringing in your ears definitely felt foreign.
Might be magical. So
I
maybe
wonder if
maybe your fire sword is a good idea.
I mean, I can try it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? If I break it, I release the creature that's inside of it, or do I not have to worry about it anymore?
Problem?
So,
Yeah, let's yeah.
fuck it. I'm gonna pull out the hilt of fire,
Okay.
and I'm gonna turn it into a dagger. Dagger.
Dagger. Okay. And what
And
are
I
you
am-
doing? I need to figure out how to do
I'm
something.
going to. Pardon me.
I'll go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm going to go to the bottom left, or is it just a single line that we see?
It's just a single line.
So I'm gonna go where it meets the ground, put it in there, and if I can, I'm going to start tracing it upwards.
Okay. So you reach out your sword to it, or your dagger-like
Dagger.
obstacle. As soon as the blade gets within about an inch, you just see the fire separate and get pulled onto this stone as it runs up
Whoa.
and around it. And burning fire, you see Dwarvish runes appear. Which
What do they
you
say?
can speak in Dwarvish. Born in the
I can.
fires of the ancient Ford, with the force of pure destruction, to be the warrior's faithful companion. Blessed by Moradin, the Dwarven Lord, with the power of art and creation, to be the blacksmith's trusty minion. When I raise my head, heavy and blunt, defending Khazad-dûm's mighty walls, forging armor, axes, shields, and more. Order I will bring to the dark land. I am the creator of these halls. Only my pounding name opens this door.
Founding name opens this door.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
that was
just-
a lot.
Yes, it was.
Damn. It is a lot.
Would I have ever heard of maybe not a deity, but of a very well-known strong warrior, or like a very well-known smith from this area?
Make a history check.
I'm not using that dice because it sucks. You know what? I'm gonna use my fucking metal dice because why not? Shouldn't have. Yay. History. That's a 7.
A 7? No,
Nope.
no names or anything rings a bell. The two names do Moradin, which is the Dwarven Lord of creation and the Forge.
Yeah.
And then Khazad-dûm rings a bell. That was supposedly one of the Dwarven strongholds. which your contact was originally from.
I think I have it.
I assume you relay it to them.
Do you know dwarven history?
No, but I know riddles.
Okay.
They're a warrior's faithful companion. They're a blacksmith trusty minion. They forge armor, axes, shields, and more. And their hammer name opens the door. It's a hammer, yeah.
You smart son of a bitch. He's going to change the dagger into a hammer.
Okay.
And he's not gonna hit hard, but he's gonna hit it a good, decent bit.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Do you think I should hit it harder?
Maybe say hammer?
It did say booming, right?
Pounding.
Pounding. So, maybe just say hammer in Dwarvish, I don't know. Wouldn't hurt.
I'll say hammer in Dwarvish and then raise my arm back.
Okay. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna fucking swing as hard as I can.
Okay. You slam into it, the sizzling of the fire hits and disperses. Nothing happens.
It was a nice try. I mean, it makes sense to me. Yeah. Maybe...
Anvil. He's gonna say anvil.
Nothing happens.
Hammer. It has... No.
Oh, I think this is the blacksmith who made this place, or
So you have... I mean, did you learn anything from the Dwarven history? I don't...
I mean, wait. Technically, I can't read this right now.
No,
No,
I assume he
I would've
told it
told,
to you
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He would have read it off to everybody.
Unless you specifically say you don't communicate it, I assume you guys communicate what you guys read.
No, I think this is. It was a guess more than anything, but it sounds like his pounding name, like he put the effort into these halls. I don't know.
What if you hit metal
Boing.
with a hammer?
Or like a rock.
I mean, I can try it. I'll pick up a couple of the pieces of Eden's broken sword,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull out my shrinking tools.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the anvil. I'm going to lay down the pieces of sword. I'm going to take my hammer, and I'm just going to clang down as hard as I can.
Okay. You hear the ding sound. Nothing happens.
I'm trying things here, I'm sorry.
Read anything about dwarven history, or like about this area or anything?
I think that is enough.
Not with the history check you rolled. Nothing major. You just know their strongholds were deep underground, and most of their passageways were secret and hidden.
I'm going to make a warhammer
Okay.
out of my hilt of fire.
Okay.
And I'm going to smack it against the wall as hard as I
Okay.
can.
You slams into it. The fire disperses. You're muted, Josh.
This may sound stupid, but maybe try a real hammer. Maybe.
Yeah.
Good. I'll pull just the basic hammer off of my shrinking tools, and I'm
Okay.
just gonna go over to it, and I'm gonna smack the shit out of it.
Okay. Bring it back, slam into it. The sound of like stone and hammer hitting. Ding, ding, ding. As it rebounds. For a second. And then you see dust and feel the ground shaking. As these two massive doors that were almost seamless, that are about 8 feet wide each. So a 16-foot entrance just slowly opens, and you look down into a deep, deep tunnel. The walls and the ground are all smooth, carved stone.
Kevin, you are very smart. He's gonna put his hammer back in his thing, shrink his tools back up, wrap it around his neck.
Thank you, Kevin.
Maybe magic items are not always useful.
It wasn't a true blacksmith hammer.
Makes sense. I guess let's go see if anybody's home.
All right.
After we all get in, I'm gonna try to close these doors.
Okay. You guys step in about 15, 20 feet as the door, because the doors open inward. You look
Okay.
back, and they're already closing behind you. And
Perfect.
on this inside, you can see like golden runes lit up all over the backside. Dwarvish arcane runes. But as it locks behind you, and you just see two large iron or steel bars come down, meet, and form a double-sided blocking mechanism.
Son of a bitch.
They are probably about 2 feet tall each, and you would guess about 8 inches thick. They're probably
Holy
4,000 or
shit.
5,000 pound beams.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay. Well, we're in.
Let's go, I guess.
Just as soon as we walk in here, is there any immediate signs of people or anything being here?
Make a perception check. And everyone here has dark vision because it is completely dark, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
I'm gonna murder you all.
I have superior dark vision.
I'm
All right.
better than you because I can see better.
Alex is now server muted. Anyways, you're
I
back.
got a 13.
A 13. You look around, you can see the faint outline of what appears to be sconces on the wall, but they are not lit. Like as you step in, you can like almost see like a filter of dust as like where that one little crack is, the last of the sun's lights fading in a little bit. You can just see dust floating in the air.
Footprints in the dust ahead of us?
Well, huh?
Is there any footprints in the dust ahead of us?
No.
I don't think this
Does the air feel stale? Like where it hasn't been open in a long time?
The air feels familiar to you. So yes, you know what
Okay.
stale air feels like in the Underdark.
Okay.
It's definitely just that very dry, almost musty smell.
smells like spiders.
As one drips down Eden's shirt without her knowing.
Stop with the smells like spiders thing. Like, why is what do spiders smell like?
You know how it smells like moist and dusty.
No.
So,
Yes!
no,
Webbing!
anyways, before we go back on this tangent we had last week. Alright, as you guys look down 60 feet or so, you just see complete darkness. Alex, you have 120, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see about 80 feet in front of you what appears to be a set of stairs that lead down, or what it looks like. You can't really see just because the angle it cuts off. Hi, Cat.
Okay. Well, there's a set of stairs up ahead that I can see. I can believe, at least.
Do y'all walk that way?
Yep. Cautiously.
Quietly.
Okay. Roll me stealth checks, please.
I'm assuming with
Oh yeah, you're
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Especially
I got a
in the cavernous area. It's going to echo.
14,
Yeah.
not 4. But
dirty 20.
14, dirty 20.
22.
Hmm?
No,
5. I got a 5.
A 5. So 5.
5.
It's a fairly even mixture of like Krith and Kevin over here being quiet and sneezy. Elias, you seem to be sneezing every like that the holding back that sneeze. Steiger,
Gotta be
you're
quiet.
moving quiet, you thought, and then you realize every step you take, the metal just clangs together and it just like echoes like ding, 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 ding.
it's
This
you.
armor is a blessing and a curse.
Right. As you guys walk, you head about the 80 feet or so, and the rest of you guys can see what appears to be a beautiful carved staircase that just begins to go down and curve to the right, as it seems to be some form of at least semi-spiral staircase.
I guess let's keep going.
Alright. As you guys
Do you want me to go in front? Since I
I'll
can-
follow. I'll follow right behind you, so that way I can see further ahead.
Okay.
Alright. So, Styro, taking the lead. You begin to head down. This is not an open staircase, it's a very walled off staircase. You go down probably about 20 or 30 feet until eventually it stops and it opens to a circular chamber. It is probably about 50 or 60 feet wide, and you can see 7 tunnels leading off.
Do we see any footprints going anywhere or anything like that, or?
Give me a survival or perception or investigation check.
Dirty 20 for survival.
30, 20. You look around, there are no footprints, which is strange.
Do
Can
we see-
I listen
Go
out,
ahead.
see if I hear anything from any of the tunnels?
Okay.
I was gonna say, do we see any light coming from any of them either?
Okay. I will say with passively, you don't see any light. It would stand out
Okay.
pretty well in this dark area.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me your
Okay.
perception, Alex.
24.
24. 24? You listen and listen. You don't actually hear any sounds, any groans, any monster noises, any clanging, any steps or feet. It's the only sound that you realize you can hear after a minute is your own breathing and beating of your hearts. That is how quiet this area is.
Well,
This
can't
is
hear anything.
This is very odd.
I think we might have been right about them getting slaughtered.
Do what?
Maybe they were attacked or something.
It's a good possibility. Which tunnel do you all want to take?
I guess the one that's like immediately on our left or right. Start from the outside.
Okay. On,
Makes sense to
on
me.
the immediate left
then-
of personal.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna grab my rapier and kind of like dig a little mark in there so I know which one we've been in.
Okay. As you walk up, I would say with your passive perceptions, You do realize that above the recessed a little bit are some dwarvish runes.
Are they actual words or are they?
They are words. They're a little
Okay.
odd to you. It takes you a second. The first one is Kildural. K-I-L space D-U-R-A-L.
Would that ring a bell?
Nothing immediate, but you know it's not like it's some form of name. It's not like the dwarvish word for blacksmith or anything like that. It's a proper name.
It's an actual person's name, more than likely.
Or city name.
Something. You don't know if it's the name of the passage. You don't know if it's the name of a city. You don't know.
Or a clan name, or...
Mhm.
Could be anything.
Okay, what about the other ones?
The next one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around and look at all of them.
The next one is Kumadur. K-H-U-M-A-L-E-U-R. Then
So
that's
what language are these in?
Dwarvish.
Dwarven.
The next one is Gothforum.
I'll say, actually, I think Josh right now, or Kevin, has the Fedora of Comprehend Languages.
Oh, yes.
I do. I actually completely forgot about that.
Uh-huh. Gothoram, which is G-O-G-H space T-H-O-R-A-M. And the middle one is Khazad-dûm, which is K-A-Z-A-D-D-U-M. The next one is Thalkkumar. T-H-U or T-H-A-G-H space K-A-L-D-U-H-R. Then the next one after that is Doradir. D-O-R-D-I-H-R. Then you have Melkum, which is M-E-L-K-U-H-M.
Yeah, and is there one above the tunnel that we came in from?
No, there is not.
The name that was on the door outside. The Khazad-dûm. I mean, it kind of seems, since it's on the saying on the door to get in here, that seems like that's probably a very important place.
Which you know it was one of the dwarven strongholds.
Okay. So to be honest, that might be our best place to go. Because I couldn't see dwarves letting one of their strongholds fall.
And I will say, Josh, you know that has that tunnel specifically is pointing kind of southish, based on your other. You're muted.
That's a good one to go through. Take two. Let's go.
Take two. Great, we're professionals, guys. Just so you know, this is all rehearsed. We scripted all, just so y'all know.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We plan our stupidity.
Oh, yes.
Right, so we're going to that one, or?
That's fine with me, yes. I guess let's go.
All right. You guys begin to head into this hallway. It's about 5 feet wide or so, so it's only about big enough for you guys to go single file it. You follow it for about 50 to 60 feet until eventually it opens up into a much larger pathway. It is probably about 30 feet wide as you come out of this. You can see it just stretches as far as your vision can see. You can see pillars on the very edges that are like built about 5 feet out from those stone walls on either side that just seem to be put there for support. You can see about every 30 feet or so large braziers that were set on the ground that are empty. Or not empty, sorry, but not lit.
Gotcha.
And then it repeats every 30 feet. So just on the vision, you can see another set of braziers.
Do we see any footsteps yet or anything like that?
No. You still like see that layer of dust. And as you guys walk forward, as you kind of get closer to those braziers, you can see that there was wood in them. They are just rotten and old. Like even that smell of like dead rotten wood gets you.
Chris wouldn't know anything, so
Yeah.
He might know something about Durgards, but that's different from dwarves.
Mhm.
So. Yeah.
You guys travel for 5-10 minutes. Of just solid walking the entire time. It seems perfectly straight. Your steps are just click-clacking and bouncing off the walls. It's like walking into an empty atrium. Just click-clack, click-clack, click. Until eventually... Go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say, while we're walking, can I look for any like offshoot tunnels or
Yeah.
passages?
Make a perception check.
Oh. I rolled a 19 on the dice, so that's gonna be a 30.
A 30. Very nice. No. Easily enough. You see about after like 10 minutes of walking or so, you see 2 tunnels on the sides. That are about 10 feet wide and just one on each side mirrored almost. You look,
Okay.
There's no runes above them.
Okay. Well, I'll just make sure to point out if nobody notices them. Which, you never know, but I doubt it.
Mm-hmm. I'll say they stand out pretty easily. I don't know if you guys want to go in them, or if you continue on this main large channel.
I think probably keep going down the main tunnel, but just keep a mental note where they are.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys continue. You walk. You hit your 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Then about
Jesus.
the hour mark, you see another set of tunnels. One on each side, about 10 feet as well. This entire time, same pillars every 15, 20 feet, with a brazier every 30 feet. All empty.
Is this normal? It feels strange.
Empty. Yeah.
Strange.
I don't know anything about the dwarves, so I have no clue.
What are our path options?
What was that?
What are our path options?
So you have this same long tunnel that you've been walking down. You got a tunnel on the left and a tunnel on the right. Perfectly symmetrical to each other, about 10 feet wide. That
Is there
seems to
any-
go further in.
A maid.
Is there any writings or anything?
No.
Sorry.
No runes on these either.
What'd you say?
What?
What if this is like a main road or something? Like down to a city. Because it has the branching paths, which it can be like little offshoot roads to places, to like smaller dwarven cities. But what if this one's like the big one, so they have like the biggest path to it? I don't know if that's
Makes
a reason
sense.
or not. Oh.
No, it would make sense because, like I said, in that the saying to get in here, this city is named on that. So,
So, does one peel, like, does it look like it peels right? And the other one looks like it peels left?
Yeah. So from your direction, you're walking south. One would go east, one would go west. Based on the rough area you've been walking. It's not
So what I'm gonna-
perfectly a direction, but yeah.
Whenever we reach one of those tunnels, I was kind of like
Mhm.
peeking my head around, see if it goes beyond my vision.
Mhm.
120 feet.
You look, it goes about 40 or 50 feet in, and then you can see it open into a wider area.
Okay.
Well, east would be left, and I like east.
We can always try it. We could always come back here as well, if need
Yeah.
be.
Okay. So
As long as we're still living.
you guys go left. Yeah, you go left into the eastern tunnel. As you walk in, it goes up into a room that is about 30 feet wide in a circular pattern. And you can see a large stone staircase that leads up. And you can see 6 other tunnels than the one you came in. Each with dwarven writing on the top of them. The one you just
What do they
came
say?
out of said Khazad-dûm. And then the other ones, in a different sequence, repeat Kildural, Kaldumar, Gathrorum, Khazad-dûm, Dakirador, Thorakir, and Melkum. So the same tunnels that you guys saw previously, just leading in a slightly different direction due to your travel.
Maybe it's better that we do go back and stay towards Khazad-dûm.
I think that's a good idea.
At least on there, we know.
The destination,
Mhm.
kind of,
Yeah,
to a
if
degree.
you start. Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking is that if you start varying where you go left and right, that's when you get lost.
I've just been trying to go kind of southeast. That's kind of the direction of Boulderdale, which is kind of where we wanted to go, isn't it?
It's if there's even an exit by there.
There
Yeah.
might be.
There may
I
not
mean-
be either.
If Boulderdale is, well, true. How big is Boulderdale? Are we still in the same kingdom? Because this is
Ugh.
6.
You would know
No.
that this is not the same kingdom. This is
Yeah,
the
no, this
kingdom
is a
of the
different-
Goliath.
All right, hold on. Let me look at the map real quick.
You guys are here.
Okay.
The
and then
kingdom's boundary.
border.
Yep. So you left that kingdom before.
Yeah. So Boulderdale is the capital of this area. So wouldn't that make sense that they would have a city underneath there for like
Did you
like
say that,
trading stuff?
that was the capital?
Boulderdale's the capital. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Wow.
No, it's not.
Winterholm is.
There's a separation between here and there.
Where?
I thought like,
No, there's not.
oh, there's not.
No.
No, but Boulderdale.
Boulderdale's a city.
Boulderdale is still a city, so it would make sense they would have, for commerce reasons, they would have.
When
They
you
would have.
yeah, back in your time, Boulderdale was just a small village.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Bordering on like maybe bordering on more like Hamlet area.
But now it's.
Elias, you would know just being from the Shonal area that Boulderdale holds probably 5,000-6,000 people at least. It's not the largest, but it's a decent size.
Like a small town that I grew up in.
That it was a village the last time I
bigger
was
than
around.
that.
Like a
It was
little
barely a village whenever I was around.
Well, now there's like
Hmm.
5,000 fucking people over there, so you know.
Like I said, I don't think that there would be an exit down there, but it's a possibility that there could be. I don't know. Obviously, I haven't been around, so I don't know what that town would be like now. But
On the map, does it have like that little like lake area? Right here.
Yes. What about it? Like on the map you guys have?
yeah.
Yeah, this is the exact same map y'all have.
Well, at least for my kind, they often will have tunnels near major water sources. So maybe at this lake north of Borderdale, there might be something. But
It's a good thought. I guess let's just keep heading towards Khazad-dûl. And if we get to a point where you think we should try to stray off of that, Kevin, if we start heading in a different direction.
I can try to keep tabs on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Guess
also have
let's keep
keen mind
going.
feet, don't you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
you're fine.
Yeah, I can keep track of that.
Yeah. Alright. As you guys begin to walk again, you travel for the next hour to 2 hours, just constantly walking, almost in a what you feel like, especially now that you're paying attention to it, Kevin, is almost a perfect line straight through. Every now and then you feel like you dip slightly, just like lowering yourself, but not to the point of like underdog. Like maybe towards like more base of the mountain. Just with the natural terrain. But you walk for a very long time. The entire time, about every hour or so, you see another set of these tunnels on each side of the wall. The entire time, you don't hear anybody. You don't see anything. Yes.
so it's still like dust ridden, right?
Yeah.
The entire way.
You look down, you can see like the imprints your feet have been making in the dust.
If
Shades
would
of
I
gray.
be able to make a guess on how long the dust has been collecting based on how thick it might be?
Make an intelligence check.
Totally
That's
my
Sherlock
specialty.
Holmes this.
50 years.
That's an investigation check because I feel like that's something I'd be looking for.
Intelligence check.
16. As he says goodbye.
18.
18.
Bye.
With the two of you guys kind of discussing it and conferring it, you be speaking quietly, like your voices echo just due to the emptiness.
It echoes.
You would guess it's at least 10 years. But yeah, you would guess it's been at least 10 years. Like with just the build up.
They could have just abandoned this route
Mhm.
because there was nothing to trade with to the north.
Perhaps.
I mean, I'm trying to think of best case scenarios, to be honest.
That could be the case. For sure.
How tall was this tunnel? Like height wise?
Height wise is 20 feet or so.
20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you guys continue walking, you walk for 3 to 4 more hours.
Jesus.
You guys are beginning to get tired.
Yeah.
You would know you've probably walked for about 10 miles or so inside of this tunnel. Just straight. And the interesting thing is the entire time, like, you don't see any like jagged edges or anything. It's like almost a perfect cylinder. Or not cylinder, a perfect rectangle. Just smooth chiseled rock the entire way. Columns very clean. What was that, Elias?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So I think I said scale and I meant square.
A scale.
Well, I mean, like, I was thinking, like, you know, in terms of, like, I don't know. Don't worry about it. My train of thought is not linear.
It's going well. It's going well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Okay.
Okay. buddy.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys
Well,
continue? Do you want to push on, or do you want to?
We should rest.
I feel like we should rest as well.
We should rest.
Does it feel what time is it, Damien? What time is it?
You would guess it's probably around 9-10 o'clock ish. You've been walking for about 6 hours underground.
Yeah, probably a good time to take a rest.
Do you have any more slots left open on that stone of messaging?
The
Or
sending
the ring? Yeah, the sending ring.
No, we'll have to
I
wait
think
until
I
we
used the
wake up.
last one.
He
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
I used to, because I needed some questions answered.
I want to run something by you all.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Get really close to the camera.
I've been debating on trying to reach out to one of my children.
Okay.
Do you think that would be a bad idea?
I would say if we're potentially heading there anyways, it might be best to let them know ahead of time.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
So
But at the same
here's
time, who
my
knows?
worry.
Who knows how they would react?
Yeah, we don't know how they're gonna react because they could act confused, positive, or very negatively, depending on quite a few variables we don't have on hand.
Well, that was one of the concerns that I had. I think it would be better if I actually went to them face to face. But at the same time, I
Just
feel like I
showing
should
up.
let them know that I'm alive.
Don't let them know when or where we're coming, though. Because if for some reason they react negative, they can try to set a trap if they're really upset.
Yeah, and I mean, fuck, I've been gone for a long time. I can understand why they would be upset.
He went to go get milk. Sorry.
Milk and cigarettes.
Cigarettes, damn it. I like to smoke in my day.
Smoke with your milk.
Oh god.
Anyways.
So that is kind of the dilemma that I currently have. Do you know if that can go in between planes?
No, that's the only time it doesn't work, actually.
I have the sending spell.
You have the sending spell?
It's a cleric spell.
You have to know them though, correct?
Yes, to be familiar with them, or at
Know
least
what
be able
they
to
look
put an
like.
image to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be smarter for someone else to send it, saying that maybe that we had found their father and that they are still alive.
Also, you would know,
Yeah.
Alex, you can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence.
Oh.
But it has
if
a chance to fail.
Yeah, it has a chance to fail.
That's why I was double checking if it has the chance to fail.
It has
I knew
a
it can go
chance to
between
fail.
planes, but I didn't know what the percentage was.
You know they can also be blocked.
Blocked and reported. Anyways, continue.
So you threw
But-
us off track.
But that is, I don't know if it's just me being selfish or what, but I feel like I need to at least let one of them know.
I think you should let one of them know.
I'm inclined to agree.
I still think it's a good idea to have someone else let them know. Like,
But you have to know them. And I don't
Familiar.
have a picture of them. The only thing I have, and he's going to reach into his bag and he's going to pull out that wooden horse.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only thing that I have from any of my children. And it is 50 some years old. I don't know what they would even look like nowadays. That's the issue.
But you do know them, so I think if I let you borrow the ring in the morning, You'll be able to send a message to them still. Because you still know your own children, even if it's been.
I think there's a couple of bases that need to be touched. If we can send it from somebody else, I think it's smarter. But there needs to be basically a notification that you were held captive and that you have recently been released from captivity and are trying to find your children.
That makes sense.
That way, it also kind of explains why you went missing. Maybe not the details, but
Right.
an excuse at least.
How do you replace 50 years of missing, though?
You don't.
Can't really.
You have to take it one day at a time.
Yep. I will.
Do you need a hug?
I'll be fine. Anybody hungry? I know I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go over and start a little fire pit.
One of the braziers that's already there.
Oh yeah, that is true. We can do that.
Yeah. It's easy
Even
enough
though
to
it's
walk
rotting wood, but
up. You guys go over.
Oh, I forgot.
Quickly make
we
a
don't have
quick fire.
any fancy. Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have any fancy like rope trick things or
Nope.
like.
You guys are
Old-fashioned.
Yeah, you are very old-fashioned in this one.
old-fashioned tunnel camping.
Oh yes. As you light it up.
Secret tunnel. We are in a secret tunnel.
Who's going to lose the kidney tonight?
I am.
Yeah. Oh.
You're very
Usually-
eager to use lose your kidney.
Take mine, please, sir. Take it.
As you guys light up the fire, who's cooking?
I can.
Not me.
I can.
All right, what are you cooking? Roll me a survival check.
Survival is a 21. I have a +8 to survival, so.
Good stuff.
But I imagine just getting some of the like spare rations that we have and whatnot,
Yeah.
and trying to make something edible out of it.
I will say it tastes fairly good, especially like being from the Underdark. Like you've had to make food taste edible and decent out of some very questionable things that you would not consider food normally.
Spider legs instead of lobster
Mhm.
legs.
Oh yeah, stuff like that. It tastes surprisingly good. You see them just take out a couple of different spices and make it. It's decent. As the roaring fire crackles, it's not the strongest just due to the not great wood, and you can tell it's probably going to burn out quickly, but it's enough to cook and
Make a
provide
meal.
a little warmth and heat.
Yeah, I remember something I have in my inventory.
Mm.
Unrelated. It's completely unrelated to this.
Yep.
The ghost flower
Mhm.
I have in my inventory.
I'll speak with dead ones.
Yep.
As you guys set up, it gets closer to like midnight. As you guys are finishing cooking, relaxing, taking watches or going to sleep. What are y'all doing?
Yes. I'll take a watch, but no, I'll just take like the.
First 4 hours.
I'll take the second 4 hours.
Okay. Who wants to take the first set of watches?
Take the first.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, Steiger.
Can I be on the first with him?
Yeah.
Is it perception?
I only gotta sleep for 4 hours.
Yeah, so you can either roll for advantage or separate.
I'll take like the third or last.
Okay.
You fucking just gonna go to sleep.
Separate or advantage, Taiga? What do you think?
I mean, yours is probably better than me, so let's roll separate. Fuck it.
All right.
Or I can give you advantage, right? I can give you advantage, right?
I don't care either way.
Yeah, fuck it, go for it. I know you're better than me with that.
Watch me roll 2 natural ones. Crazy. No. Did not speak it into existence. But it's still only a 14.
14. All right. As you guys set up and keeping a watch out, you guys can feel free to have any small conversations you would like. And I'll tell you if anything happens.
Fancy.
Family's a little bit rough for me sometimes.
Okay.
But, you know, things might go well. They might not go well, but, you know, just keep in mind that it's going to be hard for everyone involved, not
For sure. Like I said, they've grown up without me for 50 years. Like, they're older than I am now. Hell, honestly, my son, my oldest, is probably old enough to be my father.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I personally don't have a lot of experience with that.
I would imagine not very many people do.
But just know that I wish you luck and whatever happens, at least we're here.
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that.
As you all hear a loud boom, boom, boom sound echoing throughout the tunnel.
Gonna kind of stand up and look.
Which way is it coming from down the tunnel?
Omnipresent. And then after a second, you see runes on both sides of the wall at the top just glow white and silver, stretching for as far as you can see.
Kick people awake.
You've only been asleep for about 15-20 minutes.
This is not good.
Not good. We might want to move.
Should we put this brazier out?
Yeah, probably. Stomp it out.
Throw me up.
He's gonna pull off his cloak that he's got, and he'll just kind of like cover it, kind of choke it off.
And it goes down. You still see both of the sides of the room glowing with silver runes. It almost gives it like a glowing ambiance.
The ground to see if
I know.
I feel any vibration or anything.
Give me a perception check.
Oh no! Where'd I go? Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Perception?
I'm gonna try to turn
That's
invisible.
a 15.
Hey,
Okay. You snap, turn invisible. 15. You look down or around. You don't feel any vibrations or anything, but a bit of motion catches your attention. You see a flash of almost white-ish silver for a moment. About 50 feet ahead of you. Then, Chris, you see another one behind you. Then slowly, almost like lights and candles turning on, you see these semi-glowing, semi-transparent humanoid forms moving.
everybody stand still.
You stand still. For a moment, one of them turns, looks at you, and passes through you. Sigar, as you just feel this sensation of just cold, as this smallish, dwarvish, transparent form walks through you.
Get out of the middle of the road.
I was gonna ask if I could see any more detail as doing that.
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna try to start shuffling people against the wall.
27.
27, yeah. Look at them. They appear to be dwarvish, men, women, children. You can see some of them have like full armors with weapons and shields at their sides. Some are pulling like what appears to be carts behind them. They are dressed in like merchant gear. Now you see probably about 50 to 100 individuals. Just in this immediate 60-foot area you can see. At one point you see an individual walking, leading the reins of a transparent horse.
Do any of these people look familiar?
Roll a history check.
Or can I? Do these seem undead? Am I getting vibes from these guys?
Fuck.
Like, can I discern if there's something up? Like, I don't have the spell, but
Making it
Other than-
Arcana check, maybe?
yes, sir.
Rolled a 9 for history.
9? They don't look familiar to you.
Arcana, that'll be a 17.
17, I mean, possibly? They don't look like any magical constructs or anything. I mean, but they obviously don't look natural. As they just continue to walk and move about. They don't really seem to be talking. Every now and then one of them just kind of stops, looks at you, and tilts their head, and then just continues.
The next one that comes by
Mm-hmm.
and looks at me, in Dwarvish, I'm going to say, "Take me to Larkin."
He just stops, turns, and looks at you. And then Dwarvish replies, "Why do the living travel the road of the dead?"
Oh shit.
You do not belong. By the way, the rest of you guys, as you hear this conversation, Dwarvish, see like the next 15 to 20 of these individuals around you just stop and turn and look at Stygar and this dwarf he's speaking to.
How did you all die?
Depends on who. We are all in Warden's Hall. Come. And he holds out his hand.
What is going on?
This is the Hall of the Dead. We need to leave.
Tell
He's
him
gonna
we're
look at the
just trying
dwarf.
to go through. We just want to go.
I don't think that we should go any further. I think we should turn around.
You hear in like a synonymous voice all around you. About 15 to 20 voices speak at once in Dwarvish. You should not have came. You should not be here.
In
Once the
Dwarvish,
be-
I will reply. We're leaving now.
Respond. Once the bell strikes the highest hour, this hall is for the dead. Those who transgress shall join the dead.
Just this hall?
They do not respond. You can see a couple of them moving closer to you.
I think
Um,
it's
We need to
time
leave.
run. To run.
We need to leave.
We
Real
can't
quick.
go back. We've been walking for 6 hours.
How far back was the last intersection?
About 30, 40 minutes.
Let's go there. We'll
Okay,
try to get out of this hall.
As we're running, I am going to cast Beacon of Hope.
Okay. Just shoot. What does it look like, Alex?
Hit us with your magic shit.
So similar to the Spirit Guardians, how it was like the wave of like lunar moss that seemed to flow out of Krith. It's going to be something similar, but instead it's going to expand out, and the lunar moths are going to be slowly floating around each of us. They're like incorporeal, so
Shit.
you can't even touch them or anything like that. But
I'm gonna try.
No,
as long as you remain within 30 feet of me.
Stagger, we're running.
As you guys begin to turn and run, you can see fire crackling in the braziers, but it's white fire. As this ghostly pale light seems to envelop you all.
So also, just so you guys know, for Beacon of Hope, you all have, for the duration, it's only a minute, but, have advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regain the maximum number of hit points from any healing.
Beautiful.
Where is that amulet? Wait, that wasn't here, was it?
Where is my amulet?
So, protect you from good and evil.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're wearing it.
I don't know
I
why.
should be at least, but it's
Did
not
you
on my
attune to it?
It's not in my inventory. Did you put
Did
that
it-
on the right character? Sorry.
No,
Because I know we were talking that day about
I might have.
Chimera.
I might have added it to Chimera.
What the fuck?
Oh, excuse
How
me.
dare you?
3 items.
just say you cast the spell.
I cast the fucking spell. I don't remember what it fucking does, but I do.
I put it in general, I think.
I
Or
think you did.
Protection
Campfire?
from evil and good. It's literally the same spell.
I did post on what it did. I just don't remember where I posted it.
Oh, the teeth pine cone. Fuck, I forgot all about that. I have to keep scrolling up faster.
As you guys also hear, like, almost this ghostly wind, and the sounds. You don't see any, like, imprints in the dust or anything as you guys are beginning to run. And you said you're running back, or are you running forward? Because you know there's an intersection about every hour.
Oh,
Oh, well then forward then, if it's every hour.
Mm-hmm. Or so. Like, sometimes it stretches, but you would guess it's one every so often.
More
Which
likely to happen.
well, let's go forward.
All right.
Let's go
As
forward.
you guys just begin to run, you see they don't necessarily part, but they kind of step back, looking at you and like running and glancing back. You see them slowly just moving towards you, and every now and then another one or two join, as it seems your emotions and actions are attracting attention.
Imagine that.
As you guys begin to run and chase. You can see them walking behind you. You run for about 10 more minutes, and just on the edge of your vision, Alex, you can see what appears to be one of the outcuts, which is a lot more visible now that there are these ghostly glowing presence and these ghost fires in the braziers, which is interesting considering there is still no burning wood in them. It's remnants of it.
Oh. It's like a memory of a lost echo or something like that, basically.
Yep.
Alright, well, I'll say, okay, I see one coming up soon.
Alright.
Left or right?
Left.
Yes.
Alright.
As you run up to this, you can see almost about a foot in it a transparent glowing wall over the entrance to the tunnel. And you can see glowing runes around the door frame now. Saigar, you will recognize them. May the ghost only travel these halls. May they not find the land of the living.
Maybe this is why they always freaking blindfolded everyone.
Look over to the other one. Does it have the same thing?
It does.
I'm going to go and, like, put my hand on the kind of barrier thing.
Mm-hmm.
See if it'll let me through, or if it's only ghosts I can't go through.
You fill it thrum with energy, and you meet a solid, smooth surface. By now, you look back and you can see probably about 50 to 60 ghosts very slowly making their way towards you. And you see a couple stop and turn in your direction, heads cocked like, huh,
You shouldn't be here.
pretty much.
So these things react to our emotions?
Are you still invisible, Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Do they seem to see me?
you like walk towards one?
Kind of in a general, like maybe like a little arc around one or something.
No. They're focused on their group.
So if I drop it,
You drop it, one of them turns, looks at you. You don't belong here.
and if I
Well, they say that in Dwarvish, so you just hear them utter something
Yeah.
in Dwarvish.
How do we get out?
You say
Nice.
that?
yeah, say that.
You
Yeah,
say
I
in
do say that.
Dwarvish or common?
A dwarvish.
You just hear them all answer in one. There is no leaving. Only the dead may trust these halls.
He's gonna kind of
And
turn
you
around
see
and look
like
at everybody.
another 5 to 10 of them turn and look in your direction.
He's gonna turn and look at everybody. I'm sorry. I don't think that there's a way out.
If
Let's
I
keep going. Let's keep
if
out.
if I stare at the one that first saw me and I just
Mhm.
clear my mind, like trying to go meditation mode almost.
Okay. So you're saying like close to them and just clearing your mind, seeing what they do?
Not close to them, but if I have their attention already,
Yeah, one of there's like immediate attention. When you
I'm
came out
gonna
like that.
trying to clear my mind as close as I can get to meditation.
They look at you and take a step forward. And then two. You see them just kind of like reach out their hand towards you.
And I'll take a step
Pull
back.
him
Okay.
away from
Yeah.
Ghosties. Did they say anything? About when? About Did they mention? Can you tell us what they said exactly? And we should keep moving to stay out of their grip. I think if we keep moving, we'll be okay.
Yeah, they said that this is the Hall of the Dead, that the only dead shall pass here. And they said as well at the top of the hour. Is that what they said, Damien?
Maybe.
The loudest bell,
Was that what it was?
something like that.
Then I think we should keep running until this hour ends, and maybe we'll be okay. There has to be a way out of it.
The ghosts have closed to about 10 feet away from you.
Yeah,
You
so
guys
if
stand here
we're-
and
Keep going.
we're walking.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep
moving.
going.
I think we already said that, but
Okay.
We walk and talk, Damien. We walk and talk.
Which way
You
are
walk
you
and talk.
walking? Are you going back the way you came from or further into the tower?
Further.
Farther.
Further in?
Further.
Okay. Yeah, you can, like, with a light jog, you can pretty much keep ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have my my rapier out,
Okay.
and it's gonna be shining its full brightness.
Okay. Just illuminates.
Yeah, so it's 15 feet of bright light and 15 feet additional 15 feet of dim light.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast light as he does this then.
Okay.
Because that's the one spell I have, and I know it's good.
As you do this, you can see more of these ghostly apparitions turn and pay attention to you and begin to follow you all. As you go for 5-10 minutes, you look back, you can just see almost like a wave of them following. Probably 100 or 2 now. Just these ghostly forms, and as you're running, you can see just constant more that turn and begin to follow you as well. After about 20 more minutes of running, with your dark vision, you see something change in front of you. You can see on the edges of your vision, on the ground, and on the front, what appears to be large metal, almost boxes, on the very front, on either side of this path. In front of one of these large, like, metal boxes, you can see what appears to be almost a cylindrical metal tube with glass windows.
Okay, I'll point this out. So you said it looks like boxes on either side and like a cylindrical window in a sense?
A cylindrical tube with, like, points on the end, almost, and windows.
That might be a viewing port or something. Maybe a last call to see family members as they go, but I don't know.
As you get closer, it does not seem semi-transparent. It seems real. It seems physical.
As we get closer, can we see any doors or anything like that on it?
Make a perception check.
4.
4. In your rush, you glance at it, you don't see anything. You can just see, like, glass windows on it.
Can I look through a window?
You walk up to it.
I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna look.
Yeah. You walk up to it, look through the window. It's dark in this inside, but you can see what appears to be like a set of now almost rotten benches and a metal bar across the top of it inside.
Is there a latch, a lock?
You see what appears to be a small, like, cutout of it, and you do see what appears to be a rudimentary lever, or like, large door lock in a sense.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. Squeaks as you open it. As you do, you see a small flicker. And a almost emberish gold light fills the inside. As you see small yellowish crystals light up the inside.
Can we all fit?
Yeah, it looks like it could probably fit about 20 or 30 dwarves.
Let's get in there. Let's see if they can see us through the glass.
Yeah, if I go in by myself and I, like, knock on a window and, like, try to get one of theirs attention or something.
Yeah, you turn and you can see the mass slowly approaching. They seem to still have been paying attention to you. And then you hear a small voice from behind you. Hello? You don't belong. You turn and you can see what appears to be about a 10 to 15-year-old dwarven child. Staring at you, semi-transparent.
You should go find your parents.
They said they'd meet me at the end. What are you doing here?
Is this the end?
Is it?
Is there any functionality of this thing?
Give me a perception check. I feel like as a small amount of panic just sets in.
Just, like, looking around, I was like, all right, there's got to be something in here. 18.
18, glancing around, you immediately, like, can see now at the back of one of the carts, you can see two more individuals, these ghostly apparitions, like, standing back away from the child, looking at you curiously. On the other end, the part that points further down into the tunnel, you can see what appears to be a small metal panel with different buttons with runes on them.
Is there any labels in Dwarvish?
You walk up, there are Dwarvish runes on them.
I have a hat.
Yes. You activate the hat.
Yes.
Okay, you do. One says go. One says stop. One says door open, door close.
I'll hit door close just to see if anything happens.
You hear that door that open, close, and then you see like coming down a metal bar, closes you in.
Hold on, guys. Maybe I'll hit go.
Okay. Did anybody
Are we
grab
all
any?
in there? Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are we all in there? Okay.
Yeah. I assume. Was anyone outside?
Okay.
Did anyone not get in the tube?
I mean, no, probably not. Since you said it was big enough for all of us to fit, I feel like we were all going to try to get in there and figure out what was going on. So
Okay.
Bye, Eden.
Eden, did you get in the tube?
Yeah.
We can't hear you.
What?
Yes, I got in the tube.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. So you say,
On my back.
hang on, grab something and hit the button.
Yeah.
All right. Is anybody reaching for something as he says this?
No, I imagine like we were all about to grab the pole, but we didn't quite get it there in time.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Can I get every one of you guys to give me strength saving throws, please?
Oh no.
Oh yay, my specialty.
As you guys,
Oh no.
for that, you know that moment of like, have you ever been on one of those like cyclone things at the state fair?
Oh, yes.
As you feel like your feet move, and then force. What did you all get?
I got a 3.
A 3.
I got a 13.
Yeah.
13.
I got
Okay.
a 23.
23. Okay.
And an 18.
And 18. All right. Kevin and Steiger, like Kevin, you hit it and you immediately like grab the wall and brace yourself. It hurts. It's hard. Steiger, you feel it and you like put your hands out like wide enough that you can touch each side of the wall, brace your legs. You're like, oh, okay. Eden, can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, shit.
I hit my head. I got a 19, so I
A
don't
19.
throw off everybody.
Oh no, this was for consciousness. As you are flung back at an immense speed, where is my d6? You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
I don't need any more damage.
Chris, as you slam, like Eden slams into the wall, then you land on top of Eden. You will only take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and you don't have to roll a con because you didn't slam into metal. As you guys feel this entire thing just lurch and just shoom. It is very fast. It is disorientating. Like you look through and you just see a blur of white bodies just behind you. You look back and the children are gone. As you guys are just rocketing in this feeling. You guys can talk, but it's almost like trying to talk when you're on one of those cylindrical spinning machines.
So are we going forward or back?
You're going down the tunnel towards Casa's Doom.
Oh.
At an incredibly high speed.
This isn't comfortable.
Oh no,
I don't
it's
like this.
it's
I don't
fast
know what
enough.
this is.
You can't pull yourself away from the wall. You can just feel Krith like being pinned up against you. It's like pushing your insides, just like like you can breathe. It's just hard, and like your head throbs from slamming it. It's like, you know that feeling when you stand up too quickly and slam into your table or something? It's like that. It's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. You guys feel this sensation.
I can't.
Go ahead.
But they can't do anything anyway, so.
Mm-mm. You feel the sensation for 20 to 30 minutes. As you just shoot at breakneck speed the entire way, and you guys hear a singular ding sound. Okay, cool. Since no one said anything, go ahead and everyone give me another strength check.
Oh, shit.
As you feel
Good.
all of a sudden that force, like the shuttle, stop.
Oh,
And
I
you
got a
guys feel
22.
your 16, okay.
22.
22.
I
What was that,
I
Eden?
rolled an 18 again. That's exactly it.
Nice. We can't hear you.
Did you want me to technically roll a disadvantage? Because I'm pinned against the other walls, I can't brace myself.
Yeah, we're still pinned against the wall.
Good point. Yeah, both of y'all at disadvantage. Thank you, Alex. I like your honesty.
Just try to be
I
fair.
got a 7.
A 7, okay.
Alex.
Well, I rolled a 19 for the first dice. The second dice was a 2, so 3.
Shit.
3, okay. Steiger and Josh, can you both also make me dexterity saving throws, please?
As we go flying across
Yeah, as
the
you guys
ice.
like stop and brace yourself, you out of the corner of your eyes, you just see the two bodies flying from one end to the other end. A 5?
5.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Alright. What was your overall strength check, Steiger?
22.
22. Okay, that's still enough. As you feel both of them just slam into you, you manage to stay standing.
Gonna catch them if I can.
Oh no, they have way too much force. Alex, you take 2 points of damage and give me a Constitution save. Elias, you take 3 points of damage as you both are just thrown across like this 20-foot long castle into the other wall at the very front. Yes.
Did you think?
You want me to do a Constitution throw for that too?
No. Just
Oh,
Alex.
okay. Because I rolled a 1 on it, but
No, you're fine. You're slamming into Alex.
Okay.
Alex hit the wall this time.
haha.
No, so I imagine that you like think like shit. Maybe I should try to stop him, and then we're already gone.
Yep.
10. No. 12.
12. That's enough. You slam into it, same thing, and you can feel like your vision go white and like fade for a second, but you're like, oh, fine. As both of you guys just drop to the floor on top of each other. Kind of hurt.
I imagine that kind of like a cartoony scene where we're both stuck against the wall for a second,
Mm-hmm.
then this face plants to the ground.
At the kinetic force, like.
Yep.
Oh.
Open the door, Kevin. I think. Do we want to do this?
What's outside the windows?
You look out. You see more of these individuals, walking and moving.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check, though.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be a 10.
A 10. You look out, it's hard to really tell anything. Like, this isn't clean glass. But you swear you can see what appears to be like a large silhouette of like a 15-foot tall humanoid figure. You see 3 of them. Like up against the other wall. You can also see another long metal shuttle. But it's at the other end. As you're just kind of sitting there. You're still swaying a bit, just due to the difference in movement.
Like a bullet train in Japan.
And I will update you on the map location.
Does anything seem to notice us?
At the moment, no. Nothing's immediately turning. You can still see them moving and walking past.
Then I think we should look down and not acknowledge them. You don't acknowledge them, they won't acknowledge you, and they won't try to do whatever the fuck they're gonna do. So I'm just gonna go and like huddle down and just look at the ground.
Did you open the door?
No, I did not open the door.
Yeah, I'm staying in the fucking tube,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
I'm not fucking moving from this tube. I'm gonna look down at whatever is on the tube and I'm just gonna curl up in a ball.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a wooden plank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about 5 feet wide. Enough that think of a subway tunnel, like a subway thing.
Yeah,
You
I'm
got
just
benches on
gonna
either
start-
side. Yeah.
Like, oh wow, the grains in this wood is suddenly very interesting to me. Just avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we could stay here until maybe they go away.
Maybe, like I said, maybe it's till the end of the hour. So we just have to wait it out.
Yeah, good luck. Invisible.
Just-
But what happens after the bell? What if that bell is what transports people to the other side? If we are here,
It's the end. If we're still down this hall and we can't get out of it, we're fucked anyways, so... Unless we press the button again and see which way this goes, or if it just continues. Nope, this is it. Or no, we should click the button.
I know that you like pushing buttons, but
No, I'm serious! Look.
I know you're serious. Trust me.
Like I said, I'm just gonna look at the ground.
Mm-hmm. It spins slightly a little bit from your disorientation, but you're fine. Yeah.
I really don't want to be here.
I don't be here either.
And I think we should click the button again.
I don't think it goes reverse.
I don't think we should
I
go
feel like
reverse.
the other one goes the other way, if anything.
Is it fast enough to get us out of here? That's the question.
I don't know what out of here means. All the entrances and exits are blocked off, so only the dead can travel.
But what's going to happen to us whenever that bell goes?
The runes go away, and so do they. I mean,
what if it kills us?
I don't.
Damien, know if there's any magic out there, but oh, I know there's a bell ringing. It's called Toll of the Dead.
I don't understand what you're asking.
No, I was asking if I knew. I was gonna ask if I knew any songs that if you rung a bell, it would kill somebody, but I just thought of Toll of the Dead. So I don't know, like, is there any magic that could kill somebody, like 4 people straight up like that?
I mean, magic is crazy. You've heard about in the lore of this world. You ever heard about a single spell that caused the entirety of the scar and forced a creature into the depths? That killed it or stored it, you're not sure. So...
betting on stored.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what Kevin said. Can I read the runes that's on the wall?
Oh, on the
what do
wall?
They say?
They are more arcane runes, but the gist of them is it seems to make an arcana check, actually.
God.
Or a religion check.
Oh, God.
Oh.
They're
Sorry,
both
Chris.
shit.
Give me a good dice. I have a decent religion. You know, being a cleric.
Yeah. No idea. You just see runes.
I got a 3. Yeah.
So, what are you guys doing inside of the capsule?
Do we
So
want
the
to let it out?
capsules were obviously put here for the living. Because the ghost children phased right through and we went.
Yes.
And the ghosts don't seem to care that we used them either.
So what are you thinking?
There's either A, an exit, or B, we're meant to wait in here until they go away. I don't think there's an exit because they specifically, on the wall it said it wasn't supposed to let the dead roam free. Which
It
means,
said to keep the dead from the land of the living.
yeah. Keep the dead from the land of the living, which means that pretty much everything is blocked from leaving. Like, wouldn't make sense to have a normal exit for humans to go through either if we couldn't go through that one.
You're not wrong.
Well, not humans. I don't think any of us are human. Living beings.
Steigert's half human, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and Eden.
Close enough. I think we should wait and see if the ghost recognize us, or see if we're here.
Yeah, I say we wait until something decides it doesn't want us here.
Okay. Are you going to begin your long rest again, or just wait? Add attention.
I think I could fucking sleep right now, frankly.
Well, then you can take the first watch.
Are you all going to sleep? Because if we are going to sleep, then I am just gonna go back to our fucking thing.
If you want to sleep, I'll stay up for now.
If we die in our sleep, then that's.
I need to rest to get my magic back.
Okay. Then I'll stay awake for the first shift.
All right. Are you guys going to be looking outside, or just staying low and hidden as much as possible for the people? on
Low
watch?
and hidden.
Low and hidden for them, but since I can turn invisible, I'm gonna kind of peek my head up and keep an eye out
Okay.
in all directions.
All right. Make a perception check for me.
Your
You
head
don't,
is
ha-
worth 5 more.
you don't have advantage or anything since Steigert's just staying low and quiet. I assume try not to make any noise in your armor.
Though you're just sitting there, not
Just like-
twitching a muscle.
Stuffing it with like little bits of fabric. Just quiet.
That's a 16.
The 16, as you turn invisible and quietly move around, like looking
Kitty.
around as much as you can, it's harder to see just because of the like the dirty glass. But you swear, like in front of it, in the direction you were heading, is almost a goldish glow emanating from something. You can't quite see what it is. You just see like the golden light,
Chair.
and you see individuals walking that way.
Golden light. And the ghosts are walking to it.
Some are walking to it. Some are walking away from it.
Maybe that's the gate that they're going through. I'm just theorizing by myself here.
I assume you're talking to Saigar quietly too.
Yeah, I'll mention it to him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a possibility. It could be their way to teleport to the afterlife.
Yeah.
I mean, they say, or I've heard stories that whenever you start to die, that you can see a light and to walk towards it. Maybe this is their light.
You see, I'm not very religious.
Me
Maybe
neither.
we should
truthfully.
ask Chris when they wake up.
Whenever he wakes up, maybe we can.
Okay.
If I wake up.
Shit.
All right. So about 2 hours go by. Steigar and Kevin. The entire time you just see these individuals moving and walking. But your watch ends. For Steigar, at least. Do you wake up anyone else, or just watch by yourself, Kevin?
It's up to Steigar at that point. I can watch by myself if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want me so? Yes.
I'll try to sleep.
Okay. Easy enough. You watch for your 2 hours. Okay. Same thing. You see the individuals walking to and from. No changes. None seem to have paid you guys any special attention.
Alright. My last 2 hours, I'll just watch them. And then I'll start to nudge Chris.
Cool. Chris, first, can you do me a favor? Can you roll a wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Don't worry, guys. No reason.
Obviously. Come on. There's no reason that
Okay.
anything could ever go bad.
A 24.
24. As you are trancing and sitting here, you swear in the back of your mind you can hear that same laughing of a child. The feeling of something or someone watching. And then every now and then you hear, "Did you hear?" You'll be able to summon more of our kind. And another one you hear, "Do you think they'll hear us? What are the marks?" But nothing else manages to push past your subconscious as you hear Kevin. Say what you will, Kevin.
Chris, I see a light at the end of the tunnel.
What do you mean? He's gonna kind of like start moving his muscles to get untensed.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't know what it is.
Alright, well, I will kind of crawl over and see if I can take a look.
Mm-hmm. Make a perception check.
Ooh. 24.
24. Looking as much as you can, it's hard to tell, but you swear you can see what appears to be just almost a pure golden wall of transparent light. As it glows, you can also see those 3 large figures. They're about 15 feet tall, but now they're almost reflecting the golden light. As you glance at them, they appear to be golden statues of, you're not quite sure who, but they appear to be regaled in beautiful clothing, with crowns on their heads. They appear dwarven with long beards, but they appear to be made out of solid gold, from what you can tell from this thing. But that's about it, even with a 24.
Okay. As I'm looking out, and I see some of the spirits like hit the golden gate.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see the same spirit almost like come back and make the other direction?
You see them walk in, nothing comes back. You look, none are going into, or none are coming out of it. And now that you're looking and paying attention, you can see towards the front of the statues another one of those doorways with the golden, or with the white transparent area. You swear you see a ghost fade out of it into the tunnel, look left and right. Some go towards that golden light at that end, or turn and walk further back the way you came. All of them appear to be dwarven.
The way I'm interpreting it is like the golden light are those who accept death, in a sense.
Or possibly passing on.
Accept death, passing on, while the ones that are trying to remain are going away from it.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Anything special you want to do on your watch?
No, I'm gonna keep watching the spirits. Just kind of
Mm-hmm.
keeping my every once in a while, not every once in a while, but keeping my just below the eyes, my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
like fixed on the window, remaining quiet and try not to attract notice, but keep a watch and see if there's any abnormalities I can pick up
Okay.
throughout the couple hours.
Okay. As you sit there and think and focus. That's after what was restored. So you sit there for about an hour or so, maybe an hour and 15 minutes into it, when you hear a sonorous a tolling of a bell all around as it reverberates like through you. And you see like the individuals outside stop, look up and around, and then just fade as the golden light fades and the runes on the walls fade, and it falls into complete darkness once again after about 20-30 seconds.
Okay. Just keep that in my mind while everybody else rests.
Okay.
Finishes what they have need to finish.
As you guys finish up your rest, you all
And,
may take a long rest.
Get up on that last watch. Like on the last watch, like where you're like when it's like halfway through of his watch.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk.
Okay.
If that's allowed.
Yeah. You probably are awoken by the bell going
it's
off.
It's not allowed.
How dare you?
Yeah, you probably like in the back of your mind hear that sonorous bell and awaken from that.
Like when you hear an alarm, right? When you first thing in the morning, you're like, ah.
It sounds much more like the old church bell gongs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, what was that sound?
It was the same one that summoned the ghosts.
Oh. Alright.
They see.
Are they gone now?
After a few minutes, I will confirm that they are. Because it took a little bit of time for them to completely fade. So
complete darkness, empty, barren.
No, that seems to be better. Chris, you know, I'm really worried about if we do have to get into a fight. I can't use anything hardly without risking summoning V, and I'm just worried that I'm just gonna hold you guys back from, or that I'm becoming more and more of a liability sticking around. Yes, kidding. Sticking around you guys.
as a ghostly cat appears by your side. Sorry, continue.
I'm wondering if I shouldn't leave and just try to make it on my own and get out of here. Keep you guys safe. I don't think I want to put you guys in danger just for the sake of me. I've made enough mistakes, and I feel like I really should work on getting better and, not burden anybody with all of everything that's going on with me.
You see him taking a breath almost as if thinking how to reply. I'm not one to speak on the subject, but I think it might be safer for you to remain. Try maybe. There's always ways to correct mistakes. I've made numerous myself, and I've done what I can to try to fix the mistakes I've made in my past. Not all of them I've been able to fix, but
Where do you even start? That's
well, I think you already made the first step, recognizing that you made a mistake.
I made many.
But I feel like that's the first step to make corrections if corrections need to be made, or seek help from others to help fix mistakes that people have made.
I mean, good many of my mistakes don't really have consequences, or not easily solved by any means, so which is what has me worried the most. I've tried to figure out how to get out of it. Facing them head on just seems like it's gonna kill me rather than do anything else.
Oh, not everything can be faced head on. I mean, there has been, for me personally, I'm sure the others can speak for themselves, but I've had to run from several of my own mistakes in the past. Things that I wish I didn't need to run from, but I didn't see another option at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Maybe I'm just tired. Yeah. I'm just tired of all my bad luck. But yeah, you sure I should stay?
Like I said, I can't speak for the others, but I think you should.
And yeah.
I have a strong inkling that they'll agree.
Alright, then I'll stay. You know, you are very wise, and I kind of look up to you for that. You know?
I don't think so, but
No, I feel you're smarter, and you're more. You don't act first. You know, you're very. You seem. I'm not saying you are. You seem very. You know, you think things through. I don't know.
well, at the same time, there is a strong line between caution and cowardice.
Yeah. I don't think you're a
And
coward either. I haven't seen you step away from a fight.
not recently.
Well, there's also being smart and knowing when you can't fight something. Like you just said. So I don't know if that's would be cowardice to run from something that you can't hope to defeat. That's just running into death itself. And that's just reckless. So
There. Let me check something real quick out of character.
okay.
Sorry if you hear background noise.
You're fine.
I've I've been told that there's reasons for me to live. Everybody has reasons to live. Whether it be to help others with their own problems or to correct their own. But I've had help for a while. More so than some. But
From where? Help from where?
no, I was looking at the freaking door
Oh.
noise that I can hear through my headset.
Oh.
At first, it was new. Someone that I looked up to that helped a lot, but I've recently learned that he's met an untimely fate and not a good one. But other than that, I've had fellow people like me, fellow slaves to the abominations. But I've always had a sense of warmth radiating from the various marks on my body whenever I felt I couldn't do any more, when I couldn't survive any longer.
Like from your goddess?
I believe so.
I will say also with your passive perception, Griff, you see, like from behind you, like the form of Stygor, like move a little bit, stretch, and pull back.
Okay. You kind of look over there for a second, see if he wakes up or not.
You can also, because you have a high passive perception.
I have 21.
You're 21. It's odd. You almost have this sense of like it's an aroma you don't recognize. It's definitely earthy, but it just seems to be there faintly in the air. Almost. It's floral, we'll put it that way.
Can I tell what it is? Like,
Make
if I've
me a
ever
nature
felt it?
check.
Not my specialty. 15.
15 almost smells like a flower, like some floral, like something you smelled, but it's very odd to you. Like you're not used to those smells anyways.
Okay. But
Yeah. Sorry to be nosy. I was just curious.
well, if you ever want to ask anything,
Well, in my society, after everything, after the war, apparently, we don't really have the greatest relationship with the gods, so. Or nobody really believes in a lot of them anymore.
I have seen things about that whenever we were in the city.
Yeah.
in Maplewood.
So I just think having, I don't know, it's a new concept to me. Just to put, or just to have that kind of connection with something. Well, unless you count the negative connection that I currently have to a certain being that is hunting me down at this very moment. But nothing good. Well, maybe when I was younger, like really young, but I don't know anything, so just a feeling.
Damon, question.
Yes, sir.
Can I roll a religion check to see if I can tell, or if I might know that some gods lose power when they don't receive prayers or don't have followers?
Roll me a religion check. I will say with advantage.
Okay. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you already know that's kind of what's happened with your goddess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you know that a lot of deities and stuff, if they're not taking souls or anything like that, like a lot of their power comes from beliefs and the worship of them. Like as you worship and believe in them, like match your soul to them, you are feeding them energy. But without that, they can wither and die. And that's why like some gods become old gods and like lose power. And if they've ascended, it's potential they could even lose their immortality and like become a normal person again, or just be destroyed over.
Or become like a demigod, or.
As you're saying this, you just see Steiger kind of like reach around his pocket, look at something for a second, then push it back into his pocket and sit up.
Morning, you two.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you all?
I'm alright, personally. The ghosts are gone.
At least we didn't die.
Yeah.
Yet. Have either of you went outside?
No, not yet.
No.
I was gonna wait for everybody to get up before opening the door, just in case. You never know what can happen.
Probably smart.
I will go ahead and say, Kevin, you're waking up about this point.
Yeah. Also, I would have said, just say that he would have said what Damien just said, to a degree, right as you were waking up, Steiger.
Okay.
All right.
So what's the thought process?
About what?
Well, you're talking about the gods, correct?
Yeah. I was just asking him about connections to things. I was okay. That isn't the only thing I asked him, but I'll tell him I'll tell you what I told him. I'm really worried to use my powers right now. Like, cause I can't fight. I'm not gonna be good in a fight. I told him I was thinking about leaving to separate from you guys, just to keep you guys safe. Since I've really only brought hell to everybody since we've all met, so, and that there's a lot going on. And,
I understand your thought process. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't for us, you may not be here anymore. I feel like we've helped you a lot. Just as you've helped us a lot.
Have I really helped that much?
Well, of course you have. You can hold your own in a fight.
Yeah.
And, I don't care what you say, you don't need the powers of that fucking vampire to be able to fight. You're proficient with a sword, are you not?
It's the sword, yeah.
Well, okay then. That's all I have. I have no aid with my stuff.
Maybe I was relying too hard on the other things then. I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm strong enough without it. But I also know it's gonna do more damage to me in the end. I don't know.
But
I don't know how to get rid of it either. I don't know how to get out of this. I didn't ask for it in the first place. Like, I asked for saving out of that fucking pit, but I didn't ask for him. And I didn't ask... I didn't ask for... Yeah, I didn't ask... With the whole... How I have my blood magical powers. I almost died during that whole situation. If it weren't for him keeping my ass alive, I wouldn't be here anyways. But I don't have a choice, and I don't know how to get rid of an unspoken contract that I didn't even know I signed up in.
that is something that we, as a group, can figure out together.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You all will see Krith almost just stand and almost just draw his blade and point it toward, like, have it stretched, his arm stretched out with the blade glowing towards one of the corners of the cart.
Invisible.
What's wrong, Chris?
There's something there.
It's
like a
you guys turn
shadowy
and look.
figure.
Mm-hmm. You see a shadowy humanoid figure with glowing golden eyes staring at you all.
Just stand up.
Who are you?
No response.
Who are you? And I'm gonna say it in Celestial.
You swear you can see almost the facial structure of it move and smile. Hello, Eden. As you recognize the voice that you've heard mostly in dreams.
Lazarus?
I assume Faldo would be more appropriate. And his
Is this
eyes
actually him? Wait, is this actually him?
Make
Jeez.
an insight check or something, I guess. You see the head turn towards you, Captain.
Natural fucking 20.
Natural 20. You don't sense any deception or anything in his voice. You don't hear any undercurrents or, from what you can tell, modulations that would change the voice from what you've heard in your dreams. From what you know, this is the individual that you've spoken to before. That's claimed to be Lazarus. As they look at you, Kevin, that does not work on me. Cute, though.
Eden's gonna fucking get up, storm towards him.
Stagger is gonna stop her.
What the fuck do you want? What do you want?
I came to offer you my aid. I previously had been blocking this individual named V, and you told me to stop it.
my god, yeah, I did forget to do that. Or I did tell you to do that.
Based
Yeah,
on
and
the
I haven't been
current
able to.
situations, I also lost you for about a week. Which, very discerning. He just kind of like turns his head and looks at every one of you.
Also, as you've been speaking as Celestial, Chris' ears have been twitching slightly.
Kind of turns and looks at each other, stops for a moment. At you, Steiger. You look familiar.
We've
You
spoken
vis-
before.
Must have made
Hold
an
on, I need to.
impression.
Hold on. Mm, hold on, this doesn't.
This would be Chris' first time interacting with them, technically.
I think this is the first time anyone else but Eden has.
In a way.
In current time.
Yeah. He came to my dream, though.
Yeah, I would say, why did I have the vague memory that you said something about that?
I did. I
Yeah.
had a dream.
You
I
did
talked to
have
him
a
in my
dream, and you told me in this dream that he wanted to die.
Yep.
Make it easier for us, or tell us what you really fucking want.
I want you to succeed in life. You to be happy.
She just motions vaguely backwards behind her. I'm not gonna be able to do that anymore.
Why?
The only mother I've known has been captured by the fucking group that keeps trying to bring you back. And it's probably my fault. Because I kept pushing it. Because I want to know things about me. And I just... I just don't think it's ever gonna be for me. I can't settle down. I can't just live a peaceful life. I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
I never said a peaceful life. I said to be happy.
Well, until I get my mom back. And make sure she's safe.
And find her.
And I think I know where she is. But there's a few more things I have to handle before that. And I have to figure out how to get this group off my back, or figure out how to stop the group that wants you to bring you back here. For whatever purpose that's gonna solve when you don't want to be here.
He just kind of smiles. If you do not push, they will not interfere with you anymore.
They have everybody I know and care about as a hostage, including these guys.
Yes, but do not interfere with their goals. They cannot achieve their goals. Their goals are folly. They do not understand. So worry not.
But what if they take it out on the people they currently have? Like my mother, who is captive.
Then they are
What
a
if they
casualty of war.
Is this a war?
Depends on whose side you look through. But I came here not to discuss semantics or the woman you call your mother. I came here to ask if you wish for me to interfere with this individual for the time being. He is weak and paltry.
Yes, that would be helpful.
Then I shall. But do me a favor. Do not provide any other individuals with your blood. To make things awkward. None were supposed to know I still exist.
Got any way to hide?
Got any way to what?
Oh, hide her?
You seem
Oh,
to have
yeah.
capable ways of that yourself. And he like gestures to your hand with the ring on it.
Lazarus.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I turned that off.
No, you didn't.
Apparently not.
Damn.
Apparently not.
Lazarus, is there any way you can
Father.
father?
Good.
Well, whatever. It's, better than the guy who I used to call a father. And the other one, I still don't know whereabouts or if they're alive, so I have my doubts. They're probably dead. But that aside, is there any way you could sever this connection I have to V?
And what connection is that?
He gives me the abilities to do things, like cast spells or whatever. I think, but I don't know.
Does he?
I thought so. I thought that
Why?
was part of our deal. Something about my blood again, but,
He just smiles. Does he give you that power?
I mean, I thought so. At least some of it. Like how I'm able to send, forces of energy at people or curse them or whatever the hell I'm doing.
I'll touch you for a moment. Does he give you that power? Or is he just a conduit?
I hadn't really considered it like that.
Power is subjective. And he just like snaps his fingers and you see like a golden flame above his hand.
Can you just make him disappear then? Make him stop?
I could destroy him, but unless I was directly on the plane of his existence, it would not matter. And even I have my limitations. Especially in... He kind of like looks down this form.
Yeah, why do you look like that? Usually you're... Is it...
He takes like 2 or 3 steps forward towards you. Stygar, Kevin, do you part or do you block him?
Eden's gonna move forward.
I'll step in front.
He
Let's
just kinda
stay there
looks-
too.
He just looks at both of you. I see you have some protected friends. But allow me to demonstrate why this one looks a little different. And he like reaches out and puts his hands on your chest, on both of them.
Do anything to them. Don't do anything to them.
He just like pushes you guys a little bit. And it's like semi-corporeal. You can actually feel something from him.
Eden is watching to make sure he isn't gonna pull any business.
He
But
just smiles. If I wanted them dead, It would not require me to touch them.
You're weaker in this form, aren't you?
I am corporeal in this form. Before, I have came to you in visions. But don't worry. I am slowly regaining my strength.
That's a
So what is it that you are wanting?
Depends on which perspective you look at it from. I want
You
this world to be great.
already tried that once and failed. Whenever you came to me and talked to me, you said that you wanted us to find you and kill you. Is that not what you want anymore?
He just smiles a little bit. I did want that, but he just kind of like rolls his shoulders, stretches, and slowly feel my power returning. And I made mistakes the first time. I will not
That you did.
be the first to. I'll be the first to admit that. I do not believe I can even die, so that was a long lost dream. But he like kind of like flexes his hands. I believe I can try to do something, do it better this time.
You
What
gonna
happened
try to
all
roll
those
this?
years? What happened all those years ago? That fight, the last fight.
yeah.
That is for me and the council to know.
I should get out of the castle.
I'd be
That's-
careful
Glenn-
on that. They seem to want your head.
They do. But, Father, why not pursue it? Why pursue that?
Pursue what?
Why not pursue... What were you trying to pursue when you were king, let alone now?
To unite the land under one banner, to make it prosperous and great. To
You wanted to rule
I wanted
everything.
one ruler overall for the betterment.
No matter the cost.
There will always
I-
be casualties in war.
And he will interrupt him, watched you slaughter people for no reason.
Turn the cocks his
With
head.
my own fucking eyes.
This tenacity, this boldness. I recognize you now, Icon. Very few spoke to me like that. It was a
I got it
shame
from
what
my
happened to
parents.
your city.
I've seen it. After the fact.
Do not blame me. Blame your wonderful council.
We'll have to find that out.
Also, I messaged you, Damon.
Think Eden's gonna push past the other two? Like, just
Mhm.
fucking just slip on through? Like a fucking spaz. She's gonna, like, get in between everything.
Mhm.
Kind of push him back a little bit and, like, follow suit. So she can get his attention.
Oh, he immediately locks onto you.
Why pursue it? Why's the matter? If you've been given a second chance to do anything, shouldn't you be doing it for something better? Like repentant or something? If you were the cause of a war that got started, if you were butting heads with somebody, shouldn't you try to make amends for that instead of pursuing something again and not getting a different result?
But I saw the error of my ways. I could do it right this time. this false sense of peace and prosperity.
I agree, it's false and it's rigid and it's strict because they're scared of something bad happening.
But I could do
And
it so much better. I could be what I was meant to be. And you see like its eyes flash and almost like movement behind him, almost like wings behind him.
She'll grab his hand or grab his like wrist.
Mm-hmm. As you do, like the darkness kind of fades away. You can see this glowing golden skin. Looks down. Huh. Peculiar.
We'll let go and take a step back.
Mm-hmm. It fades back to like the darkness. Huh.
Don't get any ideas.
I will also say that Chris has not lowered his sword at all.
Yeah, I figured.
Where are you getting your power from? You said you're gaining it back.
He glances at you. I have my ways.
You're old. Recognize this? Flick him a gold coin we found in the ship. Where's that from?
He catches it and looks at it.
I'm watching for his reaction.
Don't know. And tosses it back.
Hmm.
You can do an insight if you wish.
Yeah. I would like to do an insight.
But I don't. I think you could do better. You don't have to do what we're doing now, but you can do better with the gifts that you have been given. Dato?
There is nothing better than uniting the land under one banner.
Are you sure about that? I feel like there's a lot more life is worth than just trying to bring all some land together, but I don't know, but can you, besides all of that, I don't feel like I'm gonna get through to you. You can break that, like, that was affirmative, like, I'm out of what I'm in with V.
You wish for him not to be able to trace you anymore?
Yes.
Very well. He snaps his fingers, and a bright, like, golden white fire erupts around you.
Do I feel any pain?
It feels warm.
What about us standing close to her?
You feel nothing. It is done. Now, I have expended quite a bit of energy on this venture. Be smart. And he looks at the two of you, or the three of you. You have gust and tenacity. And just kind of glares at you for a moment, Sire. Especially you. Use them to keep her safe. Else, I might take personal offense. And he just like turns and walks away into the darkness. From what you can tell, he's gone.
Gonna turn around and look at Eden. I really fucking hate your father.
Choose my fucking blood! That's all I'm gonna say.
I understand.
And the one that I did choose isn't much better. And the one that I chose after that got me in trouble, and then my mentor, fucking Stefan's dead. So I don't know if I should have a father figure. I just think that they're not good. Maybe. or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Well, on top of everything else now, we have to worry about Lazarus trying to fucking come back.
I think that's gonna be a really long time.
I don't care. It could be
But-
10 years from now, it could be 100 years from now. He's still going to come back and try to rule this fucking place again.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna get aggravated. Walk over to the button and open up the door. And he's gonna step outside.
Okay. As it you hear it raise and door opens with the sound. Go, Eden. Your skin still slightly glows.
Just kind of gonna look at it. Is that mark on my hand there anymore?
You look down. It is gone.
Interesting.
However,
It's
Hmm.
sorry, I'm looking. I'll send it to you. You do have a new mark.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Fucking great. Thanks, Dad.
Just a giant penis.
I'd almost be okay with whatever it is gonna end up being.
I mean, it's better than having a vampire on your ass the entire time.
Yeah.
Tigar, did I ever send you the image of what that symbol was for the Endurian Empire? I can't remember if I sent it to you.
I feel like you did, but it would have been a long time ago.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
It's in the void.
I will have to look through my actual things.
For what you were gonna send me.
Huh?
For what you were gonna send me, or
Yeah.
like that mark.
Yeah, it's the mark of the Endorian Empire. Like his mark is now there.
Great. So now, if anyone ever searches my body, and she's just gonna roll her sleeve back up, I'm
Mhm.
fucked.
You look
Which
at
is
it
great.
and it fades.
All right.
You still can't be seen in cities.
No, I can't. No, I cannot at all.
I'll have to give you my ring while we're in cities.
Are you upset about that?
No.
Insight. That's okay.
No, I am gonna roll an insight. I got. 'Cause I'm a fucking asshole. Got a 17.
Hard to read, you know?
Then roll a deception
Especially-
check, bitch.
Especially because he's currently invisible.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Actually, yeah, it would definitely be at disadvantage.
It's still the same thing.
Oh, I already rolled my stuff. It's hard to read.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm.
I'm just more worried about. I mean, it's good for you to have when we're in cities, but it's also good for me to have when we're doing sneaky missions.
Well, then we can just, like, stuff me in a room somewhere. And-
Get stuffed. I'm sorry.
Hey, I gotta go. No, I'm kidding.
Alright.
But I lost my train of fucking thought. Thanks.
All that stuffing.
Shut the fuck up. Well, yeah, like I said, we can just put me in a room somewhere, and I'll just stay put. And then you can have your ring back. I'll just won't be there with you guys, because I'm probably, I don't know, noticeable.
And part of me is going to be a little bit more noticeable for a while, I think, because unless anybody objects, I'd like to trade my cloak of protection for the other cloak we found. Because nobody has touched it or said anything about it.
Which cloak?
Unless anybody else
Captain
wants it. Yes.
I don't even know what the other cloak does.
Oh,
It's technically a coat, but yeah.
Unless
Oh, it's
anyone-
the coat.
please, God, tell me that's one of the giant fucking collared damn like waistcoats
It
that
is.
pirates have.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a captain's coat. It's not.
Ah, that's
It's
fucking
like it's more like a royal or like the England style coat, but yeah, like the red coats. But yeah,
I love it.
Unless anyone else wants it. Speak now. They can have it if they want.
I don't think that quite fits my outfit. So, by all means.
I feel like it'll bring too much more attention to my eyes and really bring them out. So no, I don't think I need it.
I'm always disguised anyways, so no.
Well, then maybe Eden, you should keep the cloak that he's taking off.
Do you have to attune to it?
Yes, you do.
attunement,
never
the
mind.
biggest challenge. This is why you play an artificer. You get 5 attunement slots.
No shit. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I don't really see myself looking good in that cloak.
Well, I'm gonna take
Understandable.
the captain's coat
Okay.
and put the cloak of protection into the bag of holding.
Okay. And start attuning to the captain's cloak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, does Eden still have the like black veins?
Oh yeah.
Shit, that reminds me, I need to do my healing.
Yeah. Don't forget you guys long rested, so healing if anyone needs to heal.
I healed 3 hit points. I'm good.
I had 2 that I was missing.
Good job.
I'm missing a lot, so I
Dang
need to
it.
do that.
Yes, sir.
Is there an actual homebrew item for that? Or
I
is
can
that-
make one real quick.
Just
Also,
I cannot find it.
Damien, for funsies, can I say that as I say, yeah, that cloak won't fit me, that my veins kind of, like, got a little bit more, like, visible for, like, a few heartbeats before
Mhm.
they settled down.
Yeah.
Alright.
A little bit of flavor.
10, 13.
Magic items. Create homebrew magic item. Create from scratch. Captain coat.
Eden, why don't you stay here with Kevin for a moment? I need to ask Tiger something.
Ooh.
Alright. I guess I'll stay here with Kevin then.
Just remember that whenever you want help, there's always help. There's always somebody listening. Somebody that isn't harmful.
That is not
Harmful.
what. Alright.
Anyways, he's gonna make his way out.
Okay.
Steiger's probably just kind of like mindlessly walking around in like random patterns, just like processing shit. Not really paying a whole lot of attention to anything.
Hey, Steiger, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Did you ever learn what caused the black veins on Eden?
Shit. No.
Officially, no, I don't think so. I believe that it was some kind of I don't even know how to explain it. But it was some kind of curse. But I don't know what kind or anything like that. But do you think it's something that we need to look into?
I think so. If it hasn't healed back yet, then it's something that will be probably cause more harm in the future.
We should we should probably try to eventually find a church of some sort. See if they can get rid of it for her.
I can. I just need to know what it is.
Oh. Can you remove a curse?
Yes.
But it just depends on where it's coming from. Is that what you're worried about?
Sorry, I was watching the stream. I saw this freak out for a second.
Yeah, sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing.
I can. I just need to know what's causing it.
Damien, do I remember which item it was that caused it? Because I was one of the ones that seen it happen, right?
You know that it came from their hand and it spread up. I don't know if you ever specifically saw it
Oh, okay.
or figured it out. You just know it.
Started at the hands and then worked its
Yeah.
way up the forearm. Gotcha.
Was anybody with them when something like that happened?
It was during combat, I think, or right after combat, and they're the only ones
Yeah.
who saw it. I remember that part.
You guys, they were resting while we were scouting around,
That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yep.
Oh.
so we weren't there.
Josh, it should be in there now. Let me know.
I mean, we can always. Can you tell if an item is cursed? Or can you
Arcana
just
check.
get rid of a curse?
I know, like things like detect magic doesn't, or identify don't, unless it's. Most of the times, things like identify won't tell you. Out of character.
I would say let's try to keep an eye on it for now.
Okay.
If it gets worse, then we'll address it.
Okay.
Because, bless her heart, she's gotten herself into a few things. So, like I said, we should just try to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
For now, at least.
I'll keep an eye out as well. See if I can see anything unusual.
You'll tell Kevin as well. That way, if all three of us are keeping an eye on it, then hopefully we can try to catch it before it gets out of hand per se.
All right. I just wanted to make sure because Chris wouldn't know about that. About how certain cursed items won't let you
Mm-hmm.
makes
No
you to where you don't where makes it where you don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah. About this time, by the way, Eden, like the glow that's on you is beginning to fade.
That was nice while it lasted.
What's your perception, passive perception, Josh?
18.
18. I will say, with like while you guys were in this small capsule and that faint bit of glow, you noticed what appears to be almost a faint, like a tinge of green out of the corner of your eyes as you just like happen and glance that way to see what it is. You see what appears to be like the small crop of like leaves and a stem from the wooden floorboards
Where?
on the in the shuttle.
Feel like it was growing.
Yeah, appears something was grew there. You look like you can see like a couple of like almost like when you see like the beginnings of like a flower, like the how the leaves and stuff, not the leaves, but yeah, the seedlings and stuff that sprout, and you have like the plant and the what are those words? Not the buds, but like the grass, the petals, the grass petals and stuff like that, and then it goes to the stalk. You can see like just the edge of that coming out of the wood.
Was there... Can I remember who was standing there specifically?
With your keen mind, I mean, you don't remember it being there at any point when you originally got in here. Nobody was directly standing there. I mean, Steiger, Krith, and Eden all were sleeping in that general area, though.
Could we say that me and Chris got back in there around that time? Or would we still be having a conversation?
What do you mean?
Like, could we walk back into the shuttle?
Yeah.
Or
this is as you're walking back in.
Gotcha.
Like, as you come back in, you kind of see that Krith and Kevin, as you're just being you, keeping an eye out, you notice it too. Just on like the edge of your vision.
Does anybody know what that's there for?
I can detect. I can detect magic, see if there's anything that's lingering on it, but I don't think that will help.
That I think was for me. He's gonna walk over to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still attached to the ground?
Yeah, it's where you last saw it. It was just harder because there wasn't any light, but now with a faint bit of light, you can see like it was a proper plant that grew up.
How tall is it?
About 8 inches, shorter than normal.
He's gonna reach down and go down as far to the wood as he can, and he's gonna pull it out.
Okay. You pull it out, and on the other end, you see a small rolled up piece of paper.
Messenger plants. Use them all the time.
There's a scientist someplace. My plans finally worked.
Yes.
God damn that, Norman.
You found you found the 4 realm shit.
He'll pull the note out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a name or anything on it?
No, but do you unscroll it? Like it's just wound up.
Yeah, I would start to unscroll it. Yeah.
Yeah. you see an almost perfect and beautiful handwriting, like calligraphy style handwriting. Oh, Stygar, comma, how I miss our time together. Period. Why don't you come and join us sometime? You always have a place in my court. And I have a special guest you would like to see, I imagine. That signed, Elowin, your friendly fae.
My ass.
Yeah, when I woke up this morning, that had grew right in front of me. And do you all remember the earring that I found yesterday? Searching around my old home.
Mm.
The matching pair was in the flower.
Mm-hmm. You look down and you can, I assume you just dropped it on the ground. You can see like a small, like 3 or 4 inch round sunflower on the ground. And like the center, like the pet of the center of it has been pulled out. Like it grew with and then had the earring in the center of the sunflower. Almost like just a centerpiece. You know, the way how flowers grow with diamond earrings in them.
He's gonna roll it back up
Mm-hmm.
and stick it in his pack.
Oh,
Kind of.
Stygar, did you want to borrow my ring?
Oh,
So
do
you
I have
can
to attune?
No, you could just wear it and send a message. But I do want it back when you're done.
It does have
That's
3
all
charges
I
now.
Yeah. All I ask is that I get it back when you're done. You can use all 3 charges. I don't mind. It's just a safety thing for me. Like it makes me feel secure. So yeah, here, just go ahead and
How many words do I get with it?
25 per spell
Per charge.
per charge. I was trying to be less meta about it. Excuse me.
I mean, they say charges on them.
Oh, okay. Well,
He'll take it and kind of like take a big deep breath.
you can do it.
And he's gonna walk back off of the shuttle.
Mm-hmm. By the way, what you see outside of the shuttle is a beautiful courtyard area now. You can actually see what appears to be 6 statues, or 3 statues on each side, 6 in total, of pure gold. It looks like 15 foot tall, 10 feet wide, dwarven individuals. They appear to have crowns and different things on. You can see a large fountain in the center with water still running. You can see where there would have been a bunch of razors around. You can actually see to one side what appears to be a crumpled and dilapidated stable. You can see some like small stalls and setups on the other side as well. But in front of you, you see what appear to be 30 foot tall, 40 foot wide doors. Each of them are 30 feet wide, 40 feet tall, solid gold doors standing in front of you at the end of this hallway. Above it, in golden filigree, you see Khazad-dûm. The letters themselves stand about 2 feet tall for each letter, and like engraved into the white marble.
You want to try opening them? No?
Nope. Good answer.
Who are you talking to?
Everyone.
Everybody.
I would not be around. He
Oh, yeah,
would
you
have
all-
walked off someplace by himself.
Hmm.
We can try opening them.
Is
That
there
seems
any,
pretty fair.
before we try brute forcing this, is there any easy opening mechanisms?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay, I can do
Hey,
that.
Sure.
Okay.
Um.
I'm also gonna investigate. Give yourself, I guess, like, can I give him the help action? Excuse me.
Oh,
Okay.
so you're giving me advantage.
Yes.
Okay. That is going to be a 17.
17. It takes you several minutes because these doors are huge. You can see multiple mechanisms. From what you can tell, there are probably 40 to 50 different mechanisms that lock this door. And all of them seem to be heavy bands of metal that will slide out to block it, and all of them are currently locked. You can see on both sets, or on each side of the door, a golden plaque with runes up and down around it, and what appears to be a keyhole, one on each side of the doors.
I'm gonna walk up to the door
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna knock.
Okay, give me a strength check.
A strength check
Yeah.
for knocking. Thou shalt knock. That's a straight, just 10.
And it's not quite the cop knock, but it's a loud knock. Ding, ding. It hurts your knuckles a little bit, but it travels and reverberates around you guys in this very vast and empty hallway. No idea if it did anything.
Yeah, just give it a minute.
Giving it a minute.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's try with this one. Crowbar. Bling, bling.
Ding, ding, ding.
You quiet down over there, please.
I feel like Stargard like takes a piece of paper, has the paper out, is like writing, crossing out, like
Yeah.
planning out what he's
Trying
gonna
to psych
say.
himself up.
Yeah,
Like, all right, I can do this.
yeah. Only the very important message, someone that, yeah.
Other than the name on the door, is
And
there anything in Dwarvish?
besides the dwarvish runes, around each of the key areas, no.
Can I read the Dwarvish runes? Or is that like...
They are like arcane runes, but in dwarvish
Okay.
script. I mean, you can give me an arcana check if you want to try and figure what it is.
I'm trying too many things before but then again, I like trying lots of things before I try to open things because then I
Mhm.
might not die. That's 18 total.
18. Are you using the helm or the hat? Sorry.
The helm.
Okay.
The hat.
Just making sure that you could even read it in the first place.
The fedora.
These are definitely they have several different types of magic. From what you can tell, it seems like they are magically protected. If they are incorrectly done, something will happen. It's a lot of evocation. You see abjuration as well. You see divination. And conjuration and transmutation. So everything but necromancy, pretty much, is on these things. But you
Nice.
do also see a faint bit of script that looks like it runs up over the door on both sides. Like from the locks all the way up past where you can read it. And the script is done in gold.
Of course. Fucking dwarves.
gonna say this is probably pretty complicated of a lock. That's definitely going to be trapped.
You feel
And there's one
fairly confident.
and there's one on each side, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Question. Do you want me to send to you what I'm going to say to my child?
Or you can say it out loud. Depends. It's up. I will put that in your hands, Tiger.
I mean, I ain't got shit to hide. I don't give a damn.
Okay. Then you can say it out loud, and I will give you the answer out loud if there is one.
All right. So he's going to, like I said, go find like a fairly quiet spot,
Mhm.
yell over at them for banging on the fucking side of the wall. And then he's going to, kind of like you all said, start scribbling shit down, just trying to figure out 25 words to say to a son that he hasn't talked to in 50 years. And so, basically, what I wrote down, or what he wrote down,
Who are you sending this to?
Thurza.
Thursday. Okay.
So he says, Thurza, it's your father. I know it's been a long time, and I'm sorry for that. I was taken from you all, but I'm alive.
You sit there for a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and just you can feel your heart like becoming heavy just with the weight. And then you hear a voice. I don't know what type of witchcraft this is, but this is a cruel joke. I don't know who you are, but when I find you, I'll make sure you can never play this on another person.
Appropriate.
And he would kind of say to himself, "That's my boy."
It sounded like him, a lot older, almost like a mixture of you, which you can decide what emotions that would drum up.
Yeah.
Crying instantly.
He would probably be more excited,
Yeah.
truthfully.
I felt like you just be like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really though, like just he would probably just be excited that his son was actually like still around. Number one. And so like it would probably take him a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I might need to write it down again before I can. That way I know what I want to fucking say because I want
Mhm.
to say the right shit. So continue amongst yourself for a few seconds, please.
Man, this goddamn door.
As you guys said that, I just assume you hear Saga go, yeah. Just starts writing again.
All right. I can try to pick the locks, but I'm not guaranteed to not be blown up or something.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Should we knock again?
I mean, a hammer opened the last one, so.
Yeah. Hey, Steigar, you got a hammer?
What?
Hammer?
I'm kind of. Yeah, hang on. So he'll come over and he's gonna pull out his like mini. He'll pull out his expanding tool set, and he's just gonna walk over to Kevin. Here, use this,
Thanks.
and he'll walk back away again.
I feel like when Kevin goes and grabs it, he's just like, oh, okay, this is heavier than I thought.
Little bit.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he holds it like just like a normal like hammer they use in the house. No, this is like a mini sledgehammer that's like 8 pounds. It's probably not actually 8, it's probably like 3, but still. You're just like, oh, okay.
Does anybody want to help me swing this thing at it like a gong?
How would we help you?
Yeah, it's only like a foot and a half. Like it's not
You know
big
what?
enough to hold for two people, but
You know what? I'll cast guidance on you.
All right.
Got
I mean,
nothing.
we could do it like ghost style, where one person like wraps their arms around the other person. I'm sorry. No. All right. Ready? Boom. Boom.
mm,
Boom.
mm, Kevin,
Yeah.
can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh man. I'm just knocking really hard. Nobody answer it. Saving throw? Oh yeah. Yeah. It's only a 17, but it's okay, right? Rearranged my dice. I knocked them all around like I said.
So what you get?
17.
Oh, 17. Okay. Oops. Sorry, I dropped one.
I get excited sometimes and my dice go everywhere.
You take 21 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
As that last hit comes, and you just see it bounce off, and this blue spark almost like, oh, it finally did something, and boom, it just slams into your chest.
God damn.
It's gotta hurt.
Yeah. I feel like you just have like a
Go at
scorch
it.
mark on your chest.
Ugh.
Stagger,
okay
you
over
hear
there?
the ringing and just I assume you scream or something too, Kevin.
I could hear you.
It's more like
You
a.
okay?
Yeah, it's like grabbing an electric fence.
What
See,
the hell
like
did
his
you
hair
do?
standing on top of his head.
So try and open
Well.
this door.
It is. I was just trying to knock. Door. If you're intelligent, rude.
It probably won't open. If this is the Hall of the Dead where all of the dwarves go to pass on, more than likely this is not a door that you can go out of.
But it says the name of the stronghold. I just assumed that the gate came out in front of it or something.
Strong, like, is stronghold?
Cannot hear you.
name?
Yeah, you broke up really bad right there.
Is that the name of the stronghold, or does this name stand for anything else, or?
Would I know that?
You wouldn't, as far as you know, Khazad-dûm was the name of the stronghold. You'd never been there, but you've heard it amongst the doors.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things they're very secretive about. When you hear from almost the direction of the door, I am sentient. I do not appreciate being hit.
Well, you're a very big door, so I thought it took very big knocks.
What are you doing here? And who are you?
A couple people lost in time.
Not lost in time?
We're seeking
they
aid.
Go forward in time. Technically, all of us went forward in time. a
Oh,
little
that
bit now.
is true. Are you sure that's what happened and we weren't just
Stop
stuck
your
somewhere?
bickering
Okay.
and answer the questions.
I don't think
We're just trying to go through so we can get to Boulderdale.
Why have you taken the dwarven roads? And who are you? I shall not ask again.
We are a few travelers that were on a quest to join the guilds. We got teleported to the destroyed city, and we're trying to find our way back south.
What
Not arm.
are your names?
I am Kevin.
The all-powerful Kevin.
Kevin.
I'm Stygar, Icorn.
That's Eden.
I'm Chris.
Very well. Kevin, Eden, Krith, Stygar Icon. Why should I, the Great Door, permit you admittance to Chasm Du?
Stygar Icorn here. He used to live in the city and traded with the dwarves before it was destroyed. And us, we mean no harm as we go through. We are in a just very precarious situation.
Roll me a persuasion check, Kevin.
Oh, shit! I'm not Dolan!
Or Kraken.
Nope.
Or Kraken.
But you
I'm
have
so
to have a
used to
habit
playing
to take the front.
I'm so used to playing the charisma characters.
There is no charisma character.
Persuasion. I'm not good at persuading.
Alright, what's my persuasion? Oh, okay. Yeah, alright.
Speaker.
Which die do I use? Do I use the purple one or this?
He still has guidance on you, technically.
Oh, I do, don't I? Hey, look at that. That's a D4, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's
The meaty thumb next to the tiny thumb.
a dirty 20
Dirty 20, okay.
altogether.
You sit there for a second. Very well. I shall permit you passage. Because you travel with one the masters of the city would like to speak to. And you guys hear ding, 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 for like a good 20 seconds of walks disengaging. As you just see these large metal beams just ching, 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 ching from the top all the way down. As the doors begin to swing inward, you guys look into what appears to be a huge cavern that is probably 4 to 5 miles across, you would guess. Just of empty air. Floating in the center of this, you see a city of white marble with huge, beautiful, glowing stones that are keeping it aloft. You can see small little boats floating in the air with these golden or these blue gems flying around, and in front of it, you see a fairly large ship with very similar glowing blue stones. As you see a dwarf standing on the other side. Hello, I am the Sentient Door. The doors are not sentient. We have ways to look through.
Well, you hurt. A
No.
lot.
Well, maybe you should have waited for an answer instead of just immediately hitting it.
I mean, how else do you knock?
How you
If
did
look,
before.
The city is over there.
This is
I'm
an
assuming
old
he had to
abandoned
travel.
road that we don't use anymore.
I know. That's why I thought I should knock hard.
Azul. Which
Hey.
both of you guys understand. It's dumbass and dwarvish, pretty much.
Nice, nice.
Right.
Actual dwarvish
Why are you-
beyond me, but
Coming down this.
Stagger would step
passageway.
forward.
He looks at you.
I used to have a contact that I used to deal with a long time ago. His name is Larkin. Do you know him?
What was his last name?
I don't think I ever got a last name.
You did not.
He was the clan chief of one of the merchant guilds.
but like
Right. Dark Fire Shield? You have no idea.
It's Larkin, right, with an L?
Yes, Larkin Fire Shield.
No, I have no idea.
Sorry, I said Darkin. I don't know why my brain just
It's
stopped
okay.
working.
It's okay.
Right.
I'm not sure what his last name was, but I am originally from Notarm. 50 years ago, or give or take, probably 55. We done some dealings for materials,
Right.
and he used to help me.
And you said he was a chief of a clan?
That's what I understood, yes.
Right. Vero, if you would like to follow me, I shall take you to see this clan chief.
Do you know him?
He just smiles. I know of him.
Is that good or bad?
Depends if beating a door is good or bad.
Touche.
Fair enough.
So,
My sweet lady.
would you like to come and not be in the ancient tunnels that we no longer use, or... By the way,
Yeah, sure.
I do not know which entrance you came in, but do not enter between midnight and 6 a.m.
Too
Yeah,
late.
we gathered that much.
Right. We should really... we should go back and include those in the passageways. How did you find
You
it?
know, a little bit of an idea. Maybe collapse the entrance to the place.
Or like put a sign up.
Well, I do not know how
no
you
entrance.
got in, but only dwarves are supposed to use those halls. So generally every dwarf knows. That is where we honor our dead and let them go to the halls of Moradin.
Yep.
But since which we still, I'll let Fire Shield handle it. So. And like he
Let's go,
gestures
I
towards the
guess.
boat. Which, by the way, is just floating in air.
In the world.
Chris will start making his way.
How is it floating?
Oh, you think this is something? You should see the city. And he just gestures to it, like as you guys like get on the boat and look out. The city has just darkness under it. It's just a floating chunk of rock.
How deep does this hole go?
The last recorded record was 23 miles.
What if you were to fall?
Don't do that.
He just smiles. If you do not have a device to prevent you from dying immediately, I would suggest not doing that. We do have straps to seat yourself in. And like he shows you like the old school buckle that you just Alright, and as you guys make your way across this vast darkness, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Can I get out one more message to my son?
Sure.
All right. While we're getting on the boat and sitting down, just kind of waiting, he's gonna say, "This isn't a trick. I'm alive. How are you and your siblings? I think your mother is stuck in the Feywild. Where are you?"
Did you say that? Nothing happens. The individual behind you said, "Oh, were you trying to send us a message out?"
Yes.
Oh, they are not permitted while you are inside the castle.
Oh.
Yes, as soon, and like he points back to the doors that are sealed. As soon as you enter the dome, there is no outside communication possible.
Damn.
Or teleportation.
That's smart.
But to Khazad-dûm, and like he turns the boat, and it kind of rocks a bit, and you're just like, as you guys begin to make your way, and that's where we'll end session.
Hell yeah. All right.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Good night for the people watching. Thanks for watching.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Have a good night.
The